some more.
Yo, we good, bro.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right, Shalom, Shalom. We are the Hebrew Israelites. We come week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of this wicked and sinful queendom, spiritually known as Sodom and Egypt. All right, Babylon, okay, Rome 2.0, Nineveh. But without further ado, we'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to our Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakodash. And a double honors to our beloved apostles of Great Millstone for teaching us the 100% truth according to doctrine, and peace, love, and salutations to the elect. Need that on 1 Thessalonians 5.
That's the spirit, bro.
God.
That's the spirit, bro.
Oh, man.
Wow. I just went to that precept, just to be doing something.
Okay.
That's the precept the brother want me to get. Sorry, the top.
Nah, it's on top.
It's 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 1. But the times and seasons, brethren, you have no need that I write unto you.
Right, it says for the time and seasons, brethren. What it said, I write unto you.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yep. And that word season goes into a time of crisis. Okay, because that's what we are in now. You know, we're in a time of crisis, man. You had you have cyber attacks. All right, which the cyber attack that came. I think it came on the that cyber attack that came. I think it came on like the northeast regions or whatever. Okay, and that cyber attack it cut off the food supply. All right, the food supply chain. You know, within those areas like Massachusetts, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New York. Right?
I got a precept for you real quick. This is Matthew reading the times that we're living in. The times we're living in is deadly evil, man. Like a time like it's never been on the earth before. This is Matthew 24 and 21. It says, "For then shall there be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened." Okay, just going in what you're going into these perilous times that are hitting the shores of America. This is just the beginning. You know, these things that are happening, all right, it's leading up to a time like it's never been on the earth. You know, you talk about the food being attacked, all right. Think about the Great Depression, how scarce it was, how expensive, okay, things were. Just speaking, my grandmother was around during that time, and she was tight. She was tight with everything as she got older. You know what I'm saying? And it's made me think, like, she didn't want to have to relive or go through that time, but she didn't like that Great Depression was serious, man. So you have older folks that was living back then, they're still living now. It's like, yo, they're hoarders. You know? You got it, Doc.
You start from the top here.
Go ahead. It's 1 Thessalonians 5 and 1. "But the times and seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night."
Right. It said what? For yourself know perfectly. Okay, so you know accurately. All right. What it said?
Yep.
So like,
Yes, sir. It's 1 Thessalonians 5 and 2. "For yourselves know."
So like,
Yep.
Can you start at verse 1 again?
Okay.
I just want to make a point.
This is 1 Thessalonians 5 and 1. "But the times and seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you."
Right. It says have no need that I write unto you. So if the Spirit of the Lord and the Spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is supping with you, all right, you don't need to ask what the time is. All right. And that's another thing too. It's a situation right now, with the monetary system, They talking about with these like these retail stores with like Walmart and Target and all that, and these the ATMs, all right, and the merchants and these different banks or whatever. They saying I think they said it's called like a mutilation or whatever. Pretty much like they're not going to be accepting money that's being like tampered with, that's damaged or discolored or whatever, and you know, just showing, man, that pretty soon, man, everything is going digital. All right, they telling people that they gotta sign some type of document and all this and go to court and all this. Like nobody ain't gonna do that if they ain't accepting they cash at the store. Like somebody really, like we don't really got that much time to be doing all that.
You know, and you made a great point. The scriptures say a sinful man would not be reproved, but by the excuse according to his wickedness. So Esau's going to push that out there. You know, don't deal with money that's he has to look a certain way. Because like you said, eventually he wants to bring in that digital chip, man. That's an excuse to bring. He has many excuses to bring in the NWO, man. I got a precept for you too, because we was talking about. In fact, I'll read 1 Thessalonians again. It's 1 Thessalonians 5:1. But the times and seasons, brethren, you have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. But when they shall say peace and safety.
Right, it says, for when they shall say peace and safety, all right? They is talking about, you know, these leaders, man, the leaders of these provinces, all right? The liberals, okay? The so-called shadow government, all right? The elites, okay? Yep, you read one more time, brother?
Yeah, reading on 1 Thessalonians 5:3. For when they shall say peace and safety.
Right. So when they shall say peace and safety, man, because you had Ukraine, you had Ukraine send long range missiles on Russia. You know that was issued by sleepy Joe Biden, man. All right. But meanwhile, you know what I'm saying, you got Donald Duck or Donald J. All right. The great white hope, for lack of better terms. You got him saying, you know, if he's in office, there will be no war. But you see these things brewing up, man. Like, man, it don't matter who get in office, bro. Nobody's stopping prophecy, man.
Yep. So reading on 1 Thessalonians 5:3, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
Right. It says sudden destruction. What's that sudden destruction, man? It's going into everything is going to be nuclear, man. Like what's that? Ezekiel 9:5. You know what I'm saying? What it say? It speaks about the time of garments rolled in blood.
No, that's Isaiah.
That's Isaiah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Salaki on that. I mean Isaiah 9:5.
Yeah, I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 9, verse 5. Bear with me. I new sword. It says, for every battle the warriors with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this should be with burning and fuel of fire.
Right. It says what? It says what? For every battle is.
Yep. For every battle of the warrior, Isaiah 9:5 is for every battle of the warriors with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
Right. So those battles in the ancient times, you know, where it says what every battle was with garments rolled in blood. Okay, that was like it puts you in the state of mind of the movie 300, the movie Troy. All right. You know, because back in the ancient times, you know what I'm saying, those battles was fought with two opposing forces, all right, at close quarter combat, you know, with with all kind of horses and all that, you know what I'm saying, with all you hear was swords clinging, all right, no spears, no, but like I said, this you know, it said the time is coming.
I'll read it. Yep. Isaiah 9:5, every battle of the warriors with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire, man. All right. Speaking on those ICBM missiles, man, that's going to hit this place. you know, which the missiles are going to go up, and when they spread, what, you know, those 200 million nuclear warheads, all right, it's just going to drop, man.
I got a precept for you. It says, "For this is when it's going to happen." It's Revelation 11:14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe coming quickly. And you know that's when that fire, all right, is going to come down. It's upcoming World War III. You know. So that was it on that.
First Thessalonians 5 and 4.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll read now. It says 1 Thessalonians 5 and 4 says, "But ye brethren are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief."
That was 5 and 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Want to read again?
Yeah. Can you?
Yep. It's 1 Thessalonians chapter 5. I'll read 3.
3. Yeah.
Yep. It says, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape."
Oh, they should not escape, man. All right. It said something about the birth pains, right? Okay, yeah, because that's the time that we live in. Those contractions, and what do those contractions consist of, all right? Like, you know, this man is going to make this MOTB mandatory, all right? He's already stripping you of your day-to-day things, you know, that you have, you know, your so-called dainty, so to speak, all right? The things that you cherish, all right? Because what they got They got all these farmers are now committing suicide, all right, and they creating these they got these GMO seeds or whatever. I think they call it like the Terminator seed or something. I know one of the beloved brothers was going into it in the article. You know? Hey man, the sleazy he's showing his horns, man. All right.
Ground beef recalled for E. coli contamination. I said, just to add to the brother's point, 83 tons of ground beef recalled for E. coli contamination. And it says an infant perishes, 10 sickened amid listeria outbreak tied to ready-to-eat meat.
See? That's that orchestrated famine is coming, man. You know, which we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shah. You know, because it got to come through the will of Yahweh Shem Shah. But hey, you know, he put on the spirit for this devil to do those type of things, man. You know, just showing who he is.
Once again, that's another way of him pushing forth his way and not Yahweh Shah's way. He wants to bring you his lab-grown meat, his new way of how man should eat. You know what I'm saying? He wants you to come to him for the want of all things. He's saying the way that Yahweh Shah set the earth up with the animals and plants and things of that nature, that's the wrong way. That's why he's making these excuses and saying that these things. Now, it may be some cases, but it ain't like that, because he's going to have it on record saying, well, we had an outbreak here, outbreak there, outbreak here, outbreak there. He needs a trail. So you're like, this is why we're bringing forth these laws, these unrighteous decrees. And that's the adversary for you. That's Satan, man.
Yeah,
that's the devil.
Yeah, because I think he said there was issues with the cows or whatever, you know what I'm saying, with the cows of, you know, farting and all that, talking about that it's causing a global warming, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah. This guy, man, he's a great deceiver, man, you know?
Yep. So, back in Thessalonians 5 and 4, but ye brethren are not in darkness, that day shall overtake you as a thief.
Right. Ye brethren are not in darkness, man. Ye brethren, they of the household of faith. You know, we're not in darkness. We're not in utter confusion, man. You know, we're not ignorant of this devil's devices. All right. It said what that they shall not overtake you as a thief. Why? Because we standing on our watch, man, as we was commanded to do. You know, like back in the ancient days. You know what I'm saying? You know what the men would stand on the watchtower. and they'll blow the trumpet to warn the people of impending dangers. But that's what we doing spiritually, you know.
Yeah.
That's why we out here week in and week out. We get 2nd Esdras 9:1. You got one?
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 62. And I'll start at 6. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which should never hold their peace day nor night. Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence, and give him no rest, till he establish, until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth.
Right. So we have to be out here showing our diligence, man, crying out to the Lord, you know. You know, we should all be in that spirit of praying that these days be shortened, man. You know, because the earth is getting weaker by the age, and the earth is ultimately getting weakened by the inhabitants thereof, which is Job 9:24, which is the wicked, which is Esau Edom, man. All right, he's destroying everything, man. All right, and you see his infrastructure. You see his infrastructure is crumbling, man, and he telling us to follow his ways. All right, you know, until what it said, until the Lord establish us.
Yep.
All right.
Make Jerusalem a praise.
Yep, it make Jerusalem a praise, man. AKA that's the kingdom, man, rulership. All right.
2nd Esdras 9. Yep. This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it's the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
All right. It said what measured out. It said measured out the times, man. All right. And how do we measure the times, man? Through these prophecies. Okay. It's just like, you know, and cause that's just like our forefathers, man. Like you had John the Revelator. Okay. He prophesied about the sea hill coming. Okay.
Reading on. Sorry, top.
Yeah.
God, this 2nd Esdras, chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then thou shalt understand that it's the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, can you read it?
Yeah, I was gonna make a point. Cause the very it says what it's the very same time. Cause what's that pursuing Matthew the 24th chapter? It said it would be wars, where it speaks on wars and rumors of wars. All right, it speaks on earthquakes. And right now you have you have in St. Louis, all right, the National Guards. They the National Guards they running they doing trial runs right now. You know what I'm saying, with smashed vehicles and tents, because they getting ready for something called a moderate quake. All right, and they said that this moderate quake could possibly that it could damage the infrastructure of 8 states. All right, cause so that's the times that we're in right now. All right, we're in the times of great evils, and we're in the times of the Lord's judgment.
Keep speaking, bro.
Can I say keep bro? Can. Yeah. So it would behoove you Israelites to come and repent, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, because as we see these things transpiring on the earth, we know that that the grace period, you know, that the doors of mercy are closing.
So back in 2nd Esdras chapter 9, verse 3 says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it speaks about those earthquakes, man. You know, like you have it was an atmospheric storm. I think they called it it's called like a bomb cyclone. All right, and they said it could flood out those states on like the northwest region. Okay, and I think it consists of, like, you know what I'm saying, they said like a lot of rain, a lot of snow. All right, and they, you know, they said it's going to flood these states out.
It says, verse 5. Can you read it?
So verse 5.
Yeah.
I think, that was the point.
Okay.
Can you get Habakkuk 2 and 3?
Yeah. It's the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 3. It says, For the vision is yet for an appointed time.
Right, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, man. The vision, man, these prophecies, man. All right. We got it, brother.
Yep. This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3. It says, For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry.
It says at the end it shall speak, it shall not lie. You know what I'm saying? And pursuing the book of Numbers 23 and 19, the Lord said that he is not a man that he should lie. All right. So verily these things are going to come to pass. God, can you read one more time?
Yep. This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3. It says, For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry.
It says though it tarry, wait for it. Okay. You know, and because these things, you know, to the imprudent and unwise, these things seem to be far off. All right, it seems to be delaying. All right. It says what? Though it tarry, it says wait for it. All right. So because we gotta be patient, man. All right. You know, the Lord is working, man. You know, because that's what wait goes into. Wait goes into being patient. Wait goes into long suffering. All right, enduring. Okay, because we got a lot of things coming down the pipeline. All right, and we're not in the times of being faint-hearted. Because these set perils and these dangerous we living in some dangerous times, and you know what I'm saying, the things that we going through right now are only going to increase.
Yep. It said, though it tarry, the prophecies. You know, the hour of temptation, World War III, famine, pestilence, all these things we always talk about. And it's really to keep you alert, keep you up, you know? To keep you up in the spirit, constantly watching. That's why the Lord constantly is throwing prophecy. Each and every day we're inching closer and closer. More earthquakes, more uproars of the people in the earth. You're seeing these things, man. More pestilence running rampant. Y'all was going to the meets and stuff like that. Okay? I mean, all the way around, these things are happening, and we know because we're watching. Measuring the times of what's going on. So though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. Like you said, the Lord's not a liar.
It says, though it shall tell you, and the words of the Lord, the words of the Lord don't go out void, man. It said, that these things shall be accomplished, man. The things that he that's written in these scriptures.
I got a precept for you. Because we read in Habakkuk, the second chapter, got a precept? In Habakkuk, the second chapter, we read, excuse me. But at the end, these prophecies are going to speak. The end of what?
End of this age. The end of Esau's age. Like you got it, bro.
I got make a statement. The second Ezra chapter 6 verse 9, right on. It says, matter of fact, I'm sorry, 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of times, or when shall the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, and when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held the heel of Esau, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
Esau is the end of the world, man. We at the end of his age, man, because the Lord has set a bounds that this man cannot pass, man. All right. Meanwhile, you got Esau. He's trying to fill his belly. He's trying to fill his belly. He's trying to come with his with his mark, man. He's thinking that he got longevity. He he thinking that he can go to war with our heavenly Father. All right. What's that in the book of Malachi? This man he's proud. All right.
Yep. That was one, man. Anything else?
Let me get Romans 13 and 11.
Okay.
Yeah, cause we at the end of this man's age, and Jacob, you know what I'm saying? Jacob, we're in that time of where we didn't serve, we pretty much served our we pretty much our punishment is our days of punishment is pretty much up.
Yep. It's Romans chapter 13, verse 11. It says, and that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe.
It says and that now, so if you can perceive, these things with your vital senses, it says what? And that now it is the says it's the time, Baba Kasha.
Yeah. This is Romans chapter 13, verse 11. It says, and that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
Right. It says and that knowing the time, that now it is high time. So like I said, if you can perceive, because that word know, when you go into the concordance, it goes to see, to perceive. All right. So if you perceive that we are that we're in those high times, man, to awake out of sleep. All right. So to come out of this illusion, man, come out of your false sense of security. Cause right now you still got Jake. He taking that birth spirit, man. Jake like, yeah, man, I'm trying to get this $1 million house on the hills. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to what he said? I'm trying to check off everything on my bucket list. I'm trying to go see LeBron play Charlotte. Well, we're not in those times right now. You know what I'm saying? We're in the times of great judgment, man. We're in the times of death and destruction being issued out.
Now, the land back real fast. There's nothing wrong with going to see a game. Nothing wrong with going to see, but that should be at the forefront of your mind. You know what I'm saying? Because Jake puts that in the forefront of their minds. Nah, this truth, turning back to Yahweh Shemel Shah should be in the front of their mind. You know what I'm saying? Right. Okay. Want to read again?
Yeah.
This Romans chapter 13, verse 11, and that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe.
Now is our salvation nearer than we believe, man. Okay. So that means since the first day that this truth resonated with your spirit. All right. How much more now? Okay. Because you got the you seeing these different things, you know what I'm saying, with these different chariot sites, the UAP sites and all that. And now what you got? Esau, he then came up with another he then made a decree to deploy basically to deploy like his military or whatever. He got something called the alien hunting system. And then he got the alien hunting system. He got the alien hunting system, and right now too they got these underwater cables. Okay, there's pretty much for the underwater cables. They're connected to these to the 4 NATO nations. All right, they're being severed, which is where we get our internet from. Our internet data, which is being cut off. Which which spiritually, you know what I'm saying, that's going into that Amos 8 and 11, man. You know what I'm saying? This man is trying to bring that famine of the word.
This is Romans chapter 13, verse 12. It says, the night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light.
This wisdom, put on the armor of light. We're speaking on this wisdom. Scriptures.
Verse 13, it says, let us walk honestly, as in the day, and not rioting and drunkenness, not in chambering and wantonness, not in strife or envying, but put ye on the Lord Yahushua Hamashiach, and make not provision for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof.
May not, said may not provisions for the flesh, man. So don't be drawn into your enticing lust, man. You know, the things of this world. Okay. And it said what? Not in, it says what? Not in drunken and riotousness, you know, which is going into, you know, don't be indulging into these philosophies. Did it say the night is well spent?
Yeah. It says, definition. It says, make no provisions for the flesh. All right. Matter of fact, you can do that. Just keep speaking.
Man, yeah, cause you know we living in those times right now, man. You know, stay in the book of Timothy, man. We living in those perilous times, man. We living in those dangerous times, all right. We living in uncertain times, man. But these people right now, they bugging out. You know what I'm saying? They're bugging out because they you know, like the scriptures say, woe to you that they go down to Egypt for help, man. You know, they trusted in this system. And right now, this system is at a decline, man. You know.
Pretty much don't make a care for the flesh. We're not in the season of you know, really pleasing the flesh like that. You know what I'm saying? That was it on that. Yeah, you know, Jake just don't understand, man. Our people don't understand. But that's what we're here for. In the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. That's what we're here for. Start right here, apostles, the elders, the bishops on down. That's what we're here for. Okay, to let you know, according to the scriptures, according to prophecy, what's happening right before your very eyes. And how to escape the things that are coming upon the earth for you Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, called to the seed around your father.
No, because when that Romans 13, I think it was 12, where you just read, it said the night is far spent, because we at the end of Esau's reign, man. You know, it said what the day is at hand, and that day symbolizes Yahweh Shai, because Yahweh Shai is that morning star, man. All right.
What else you got?
That was
That was it? Come on, Swart. Good. Yeah. Swart. The dog.
No, it's not. It's not. Good. But
Dog, check your camera. Make sure we're both on.
yep, all set.
What was the?
I got one. Who's in Romans 13:11? I got one for you. It's the book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 14. We just read Romans 13 and 11. It says, wherefore he said, awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Hamashiach shall give thee light.
That's right. You know, awake thou that sleepest. See our people, and what is that? That's in Isaiah or Jeremiah, where the Lord put a spirit of slumber on our people, man.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So they're literally zombies,
Yep.
sleepwalking around, right? They program. They have no mind towards righteousness. All they do is just wake up every day and do what they programmed to do, man. Right? And it says what? And arise from the dead. What's that? Proverbs. Yeah, Proverbs 21:6, I believe. Right? He that wandered by the way of understanding.
Yeah, I get it for you.
God. But that's why people are there amongst that congregation is there, which is these heathens, man. Because these heathens don't have life, right?
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 21, verse
16 or 16.
16. It says, the man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
Well, first and foremost, what's understanding? Right? The scripture said, Job 28:28. What?
Yep.
Fear the Lord, that is wisdom, and to depart from evil is understanding. So when our people are not depart from evil, they just living how the heathens live, that do as thy will spirit, right? When in Rome, they just living day to day with no moral compass according to the scriptures.
Yeah.
That's evil, right? And they have no understanding. So once they leave that understanding of coming back to the laws, statutes, commandments, right,
Yeah.
and serving the Lord, right, they're amongst the congregation of the dead, man.
And you know, it's funny because these people, got you, bro. You know, they when you tell people about the scriptures and the righteous standard, you know, they base their rights and wrongs off how they feel about something. So I stated this question to somebody. I said, okay, so because people are going, you know, trying to establish their own righteousness, right? So I said, okay, so how do these child, you know what's rapes,
Right.
you know, they feel like, okay, well, you know,
Right.
you know, that's right in my eyes.
Right.
Well,
Right.
no, that's not right. Well, where's the standard?
That's
Because he
absolutely
going
right.
according to his feelings.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a standard,
Right.
and it's right here in the scriptures. That's why a lot of you bitches don't fucking die.
Exactly.
Excuse my French,
Yeah,
man.
that's absolutely right.
At least you repent.
Yeah, that's right. What's right and what's wrong, right? If you don't have no compass, you just living all willy-nilly, just like the brother said. A mug walking up and down the street, deleting women just
Yeah.
because he feel like it. If that's how he feel, that's good.
Yeah.
Then who are you to say it's not good?
Oh, that guy, that Jake in New York, whipping around deleting people.
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was good to him.
That was good. Exactly. Right. So you want to live under this umbrella of you're free, you can do whatever you want.
Right.
But until it comes to your door, until
Right.
some tragedy comes to your door,
Right.
and then it's all Jesus and oh help me Lord.
Yeah.
No. When you should have been, if you live by this moral compass and you honestly know what's right from wrong, then you know it'll bode well for you.
Right. Proverbs 21:16 again. The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
So remain in the congregation of the dead. And what? This life, right? This word, which is life, right? Was given unto who? The Israelites, right? These heathens have never had life. They were not like he didn't have an ear. You know that breath that was blew into Adam. That was that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. That was the life that was brought into him because he was already a living being. He was already a living man. But what? His spirit was quickened. He was given that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, right? Which no other nation outside of which would later be the Israelites, right? Had that life, had that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, right? So they're the congregation of the dead. And when we go back to Ephesians 5, that awake thou that sleepest, arise from the dead. You got to come up out of the ways of these heathens, man.
I got 2 precepts for you. Oh, you got something?
Me and the brother had something.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 15, verse 10, and it reads, correction is grievous unto him that forsaketh the way, and he that hateth reproof shall be deleted.
That's right. That's right.
Right
Yeah,
on.
our people, that's why they say what? Fools despise wisdom and instruction, right? Our people hate reproof. They hate to get rebuked. They hate to be corrected, right? Our people just want to do whatever they want to do and then live with the results,
Yep.
right? But what? We read that again? We'll just read the whole thing about the chapter.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 15, and verse 10, and it reads, correction is grievous unto him that forsaketh the way.
Bad for sake of the way. It's grievous. Correction. It grieves 2/3 of our nation to put down the weed, to put down the black cigarettes and the vapes. It grieves our people to stop sleeping man with man, woman with woman. It grieves our people when we present them with the true and righteous way that they're supposed to be conducting themselves on the earth.
You know, it's funny you say that because I was having a conversation with somebody and I said, you know, here it is. You say you believe in the Lord. You believe. You even go to church,
Right.
right?
Yep.
But here it is. You want to smoke. If the Lord wanted you to have smoke in your lungs, don't you think He would have created a way for you to have smoke in your lungs? You know what I'm saying? And that cuts Him. The Lord doesn't want you to have it. The Lord says He's not supposed to defile your temple, man.
Well, your own body, which is ultimately the Lord because He created it, but
Yeah.
your own body tells you when you hit the blunt and you start coughing, so that means you're getting high. No, that coughing is your body's rejecting what you're putting into it, man.
Being in resistance.
Exactly. Because it's trying to cough up what you just put in it. That cloud of smoke, your body's like, oh, okay, what's that? What's all this? Your lungs are trying to breathe. Your body's a machine, man.
Yep.
Right? It ain't supposed to be. You ain't just supposed to be throwing anything in it, man.
Right.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 15 and verse 10, and it reads, correction is grievous unto him that forsaketh the way, and he that hateth reproof shall be deleted.
So he that hateth that reproof or whenever brothers say something, it's a problem, right? Y'all always making videos on it. Y'all always coming on. That's really the love that the men of the Lord is showing to that ultimately the Lord, right, is showing His compassion, right? What's that? 2 Chronicles 36 verses 15 to 16. He's showing His compassion upon His nation by having the men of the Lord out here correcting you. But what it grieves our people to hear it, they don't want to get right, and ultimately, what? That's going to leave them in a life of sin, which is what the wages of that, the reward of that is death, of a deletion. Yes, sir.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 32, verse 17, and it reads, a sinful man will not be reproved, but findeth an excuse according to his will.
Well, brother, it says have your head covered, but they ain't talking about a hat.
Right.
It was talking about the veil of this time of it. Yo, man. What is it? You know what I'm saying? Then they want to get too deep into stuff. Hey, look, man. That's how that's a sinful man. Right? Don't want to be reproved, can't be corrected, right? The Lord gave you the knowledge and you just know it all. You just got it all. No, man. Right? There's order and there's a chain, right? And that's a part of the walk. If you go through this thing and you ain't never been rebuked, you ain't never got cussed out, damn.
You know, it's funny because a guy I know, I bring a story out from time to time, but like, you know, he was committing adultery with another man's woman, and you know, they call me Mac back in, you know, in the world. And he's like, yo, Mac, yo, somebody could be doing to my woman right now.
Right.
You know, and that's the truth. But like, don't make an excuse to do wickedness, man.
Right. Exactly.
And that's Jake's in their mindset all day long.
Exactly.
You cheated on me. You cheated. You know.
Yep.
So that, you know, gives them the thought process to go out there and commit adultery.
Yep.
Because you did.
Yep.
You know?
If I can say, well, that's heavy with our women, right? When a man, and first of all, he ain't stepping out. He ain't cheating, right? But there's a way to do that as well. But what? Our women get their feelings hurt because a man dealing with another woman, and what they do, they use that as an excuse to become whores, man.
Yep.
And just say, well,
and then hold the man accountable for how her life turns out
afterwards.
You're the reason why.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Man, we don't need the Lord, man. Yo, Jake is crazy. Jake is crazy, man.
What was read? Did you just read some of these? Can you read that again, Bubba?
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 32, verse 17. A sinful man will not be reproved, but findeth an excuse according to his will.
Will find an excuse according to his will, what he want to do.
Yep.
At the end of the day, man.
Yep.
Right?
When they feel it's right.
Yeah, what they feel is right. And that's Jake all day. Just find the excuse. Keep on doing what you want to do to continue in your wickedness. That's what makes you feel good. But what about the Lord, man? What did the Lord say?
Right.
Right? And that's what we deal with. That's what the men of the Lord deal with each and every day with these guys, right? Right?
Yep. We kind of passed one of the precepts I had for you.
I think it's
You
think it's gone?
Yeah. Well, if they come back, I'll hold it if they come back up. But because we was going into I forgot why I even had these, but I'll just read it. It's 2 Ezra 7 verse 20. For there be many that perish in this life because they despise the law of Yahweh that is set before them. For Yahweh have given straight commandment to such as came what they should do to live, even as they came, and what they should observe to avoid punishment.
Right. And the thing that, because going into, what was we going into? They despise wisdom and
Yeah.
and the reproof. Right?
Yeah.
Our people, they don't want to take, it's the accountability.
Yeah.
And this thing, when this word, when this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is presented to everybody, when it holds you accountable.
Right.
Right? Especially when you start to walk and try to change. Right? It's all about, okay, what am I doing wrong? Right? Examining yourself. Right? But our people hate it. They despise it. Right? And the Lord gave us a clear and cut direction in which we should walk in to escape the said perils that's going to come. Right? It's simple. I mean, this walk ain't easy, but it ain't rocket science either, man.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep. This is 2 Ezra 7 verse 20. For there be many that perish in this life because they despise the law of Yahweh that is set before them.
The majority of the nation is going to perish because they can't get right with the ways of Yahweh Shem Shai, our power, right? The power that put us above all the other nations on the face of the earth, right? Jake can't get with, every Yahshua going to it all the time. Jake hate us because we telling them that they're the greatest people on the face of the earth. And that your glory, when it comes, it's going to be only for you. Can't save none of these other nations, right? But that also comes with a standard that we live by, right? So no more of this and no more of that, right? You have to refrain from the things of the world and walk this way, and we'll get it, and we'll receive it. Well, we're going to get it, but it just depends on how you get it.
Yeah, like one of my favorites, Ezekiel the 2nd chapter. The Lord was speaking to the other nations. They wouldn't give a damn about,
Right.
we the chosen people. What? Okay, let me stop eating squid.
Right.
Let me put the turtle down. Let me stop being a sodomite.
Yep.
Oh, that's a heavy theme.
Yeah.
They would try their best, you know what I'm saying?
That's
Jake
right.
don't even give a damn.
No. They want to incorporate it into the faith,
Yeah,
right?
madness.
Well, God wouldn't have made me this way if it wasn't okay.
Yeah, well, they haven't read Romans 1. The Lord turned you over there. The Lord,
Right.
you was feeling that way before you even came out with it.
Yep. And it starts at home too.
Yeah.
Right? Because the parents, our people of our nation are not raising up their kids how they should be. So a spirit like that can just, that's why it's important, man. The family structure, even if your family is together, because my parents never been together my whole life, but just having my father and I knew not to mess with the boy.
Right.
What?
Yeah.
My sisters, they into a whole lot of stuff, but they ain't into that girl with girl. That's the farthest thing from our minds. But because it was instilled in us, that's something heavy that my father instilled in us at an early age. When that's absence, when you got a parent in the house that's like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, if it happens, if I have a gay daughter, if I have a gay son and a whore for a daughter, I mean, you know what I'm saying?
That's what they want. Yeah, that's what they want.
Yeah, right.
What you want, what you are is what you're gonna push out there.
Right. If you doing it, you're not gonna stop your children from doing it.
Right. No. Oh yeah, it was you. Yeah.
I was gonna ask which one y'all wanted. I got 1 Corinthians 6 and 9. I was having a brother hold Matthew 18 and 3.
Are they on what we talking about?
Yes, it's definitely. Okay.
Let's go.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians 6 and 9, and it reads, Know ye that the unrighteous shall not inherit the king of the Most High Yahweh. Be not deceived.
What's before that? It's like
Before this?
Before 8, what's the 8? You started at 9?
Yeah, I started at 9.
I might be thinking about something else. But yes, it's
6 and
2 Corinthians 6 and 9.
8. It was 1 Corinthians.
1 Corinthians, okay. No, I might be thinking about something else. But you can read through it and then
This is the book of 1 Corinthians 6 and 9, and it reads, Know ye that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High Yahweh. Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with mankind.
Right on, brother.
All that, man.
Yep.
Fornication, spiritual fornication, dealing in idol worship, right? That's the main. That's what pisses the Lord off. That was the first thing He told us not to do.
Exodus 20.
Not to worship any idols or put any guys above Him, right? And our people love doing that. That worshiping themselves, right? Buddha, Allah, Santa Maria, right? All in these, our people are scattered throughout all these different ideologies and quote unquote religions, man.
Yep.
Right?
That's why when that hammer comes down, man, and look, it's gonna be nothing that they can do, man. Nothing. Going back to I forgot, is it Ecclesiastes 8:11, because sin gets evil work.
Executed speedily.
Yeah. Therefore, it's set in the hearts of the Son of Men to fully do evil. That's why, we're made a fool right now. Because what we're saying, they're not seeing judgments for it. All right? They're not seeing the judgment for it. But we're living in the times where it's any day now. Like it tells you, it's Psalms 91, I believe it is. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, 10,000 at thy right hand. But it should not come nigh thee. It's going to be a lot of deletion, a lot of destruction. And all these things are going to happen. It's going to catch our people off guard. Ecclesiastes, the 9th chapter, goes into it. Okay? Fall upon suddenly upon people. You got it.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians 6 and 9, and it reads, Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High Yahweh? Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves of mankind, nor thieves, nor covetous, nor drunkards, nor revilers, nor extortioners shall inherit the kingdom of the Most High Yahweh.
Showing you right there that everybody ain't gonna make it, right? And there's a way and there's an order in which you got to come to the Lord. You can't just come to the Lord in any old type of way, right? That come as you are, right? Okay, well, come as you are, but you can't stay as you are, right? There has to be a change. You got something?
Hey, look, just real fast. The things the scriptures talk about right there is held in high esteem in this age.
Right.
It's rewarded in this age. And that's a thief, yep.
An adulterer,
Yep.
right? What's the main thing? I'll take your bitch.
Hey, look, that was when Lord Yahweh was on the cross.
Yeah.
They wanted Barabbas.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like
I'm a robber, Gucci man, young
Right.
scooter,
Yep.
all that.
Yep.
That stuff was what's going on?
All right.
That stuff is held in a high esteem here.
Yep.
I'm a Jack boys, right? So, no, that brother said all that stuff is held to a high standard here. That's how you know this place got to go, because everything that's talked about that the scriptures talk against, this society is for.
Yep. Got it.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 3, and it reads, And said, Verily I say unto you, except ye be converted and become as little children, ye shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven.
Yeah, unless you what? Humble down.
Yeah.
Be as little children, right? What? Desire the sincere milk.
That's the next verse.
Oh, slacker, yeah. You got it. Yeah.
Whosoever therefore shall humble himself as this little child, the same is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven.
Humbling yourself down, man. You can't be proud. You can't be proud of yourself. That's why a lot of these guys that's and these other that's under circumcision, right? They know that not most of the things, that what the men of the Lord, starting off with the apostles, elders, great millstone, with all the sincere brothers on down, they know what's being pushed out is right, but they've been put in high positions, and where they are, they'll never humble down and come under the order, because it would be like them going down a peg, right?
It'll be a fall.
It'll be a fall, exactly. But that's okay. You know what I'm saying? We all took a fall. We all took a fall because we all thought we was something that we wasn't when we was in the world. We thought we had some type of knowledge and wisdom when we was in the world. But what? This truth stripped us of all that. And what? When you come up the right way, you get built back up. Right? And you'll eventually get back, and you'll get into a position, right? Like what? Now the brothers going in. You get built up, and in this ministry, you'll have a role, you'll have responsibility. Trust me, ain't no shortage of responsibility or in this ministry, in this faith, man. Right? When if you come in here and you preaching, trust me. And shoot, even if you're not, everybody got a role, everybody got responsibility, everybody got something that they need to be doing in this truth. Right? It's a body.
You gotta throw everything out you once knew, and that's the problem with a lot of our people, because the things that have been taught has been traditions,
Yeah.
customs,
Exactly.
things that was passed down
Yep.
from, you know, their parents,
Yep.
mom, dad,
Yep.
from grandma, you know,
Mm-hmm.
from papa,
Yep.
and they're thinking, well, these people love me. They would never leave me astray, you know. When in actuality, they didn't really mean to. They just didn't have the truth. That's the
Right.
difference. They didn't have the truth. You can pull anything out of your ass and make it sound good.
Um,
That was it, bros?
Yeah, does that have something?
You better keep it moving. So finishing out, going back to 2 Ezra 7 and 21, it says, for Yahweh given straight commandment to such as came, what they should do to live, even as they came, and what they should observe to avoid punishment. Nevertheless, they were not obedient unto him, but spake against him, and imagined vain things.
Yep. Yep. What? They weren't obedient. They didn't hearken unto the voice of the Lord, right? Which is who? The prophets, the men of the Lord. Because the Lord speaks through his men.
Yep.
So when the right way was presented unto our people, what did they do? They refused, right? They despised it. They hated it, right? What the scripture say was that Zechariah 7 and 11, they turned the shoulder.
Turn the shoulder.
Yeah. When you reach out to somebody, you try to get their attention and bring them back. They don't
Yeah.
touch me.
Yeah.
They don't want nothing to do with the ways of Yahweh Shem Shah. And for that, the majority of our people are going to perish, man.
Yep. Let me finish this out real quick. 2 Ezra 7 and 23. It says, and deceived themselves by their wicked deeds,
Yep.
and said of the Most High that he is not, and knew not his ways, but his law have they despised, and denied his covenants, and his statutes have they not been faithful, and have not performed his works.
They said deceive themselves.
Yeah.
Like you were saying. Well, grandma taught me this.
Yeah.
They went and laid me astray.
Right.
Right. Through traditions. What's that? Colossians 2 and 8.
Yeah.
Right. Through
I get it.
philosophy. Yeah. Right. Rudiments of the world, the traditions of men.
Yep.
Right.
It's Colossians 2 and 8. Matter of fact, I started 6. It says, as ye have therefore received of Mashiach Yahushua, the Lord, so walk ye in him, rooted and built up in him, established in the faith as ye have been taught, abounding therein with thanksgiving.
Right, and like I say, it goes into that as well. What Romans 3, I'm not saying, but it speaks on what? That newness of life, right? That new walk. That newness of life is what? It's us repenting, turning back, and get right and following after the Lord Yahweh Shai, right? And following after His example, right? Because what? We're new creatures,
Yep.
right? And abounding in that,
Yep.
right?
Colossians-
what you've been taught,
What you've been taught.
right?
So Colossians 2 and 8 says, beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Hamashiach.
So that goes to what? Those other circumcision, family members, abuelas, grandpas, aunties, uncles, right? People in the world, friends. Nah, it said we got to stick to what we learned, what we've been taught.
Yep.
Starting off from the apostles, the elders, great millstone, right? All the way down, which is through the Holy Spirit, right? And which is the understanding, right? That's been given to us, and what we've been taught, we stick to it. And it says, beware.
Yeah.
Lest any man spoil you, right? That word spoil goes into rob, man.
Yeah.
Don't let nobody of this world take your crown, take your spot, your seat on the chariot to be saved and delivered up out of here,
Yep.
right? Spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, right? Lies, just words. You got men that we say unruly and vain talkers.
Yep.
They're just speaking. They don't have nothing back. Their only reason is to be contentious, right, with the truth,
Yep.
right? At the end of the day, like them bug outs down in Mississippi, at the end of the day, what's your ministry? What you teaching now?
Right.
It gets old when all your videos is only trying to disprove the GMS. But so now what's the point now?
Yeah.
Right? They don't have one. When you're not doing it for the sake of Yahweh Shem Shine through the Spirit, you don't have no point. It's going to always fail and fall. Right? So what? Through philosophy and vain deceit, right? At the rudiments of the world and traditions of men. They want to bring what they learned in the world and try to mix it into this truth, and it's not going to work, man.
So going back, Ephesians 5 and 14, it says, wherefore he saith, awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Hamashiach shall give thee light.
Mm-hmm. Right. rise of the dead should give you light. And what? Ultimately, the Lord is the light, right? So what? If he don't, and what? If they don't speak according to this word, then what? There's no light in them, right? So they're not coming, thus saith the Lord, thus saith the Bible, right? Ultimately, if they don't come up out of the ways of this world, we know that the Lord isn't dealing with them because he didn't give them that light. He didn't give them that wisdom, knowledge, understanding to be able to give them these scriptures and break them down and understand, to know the prophecies and the breakdowns and what to look for and to watch, right? But once you abstain from the ways of this world, the Lord will start dealing with you, and little by little, you will increase in that understanding. Can you read down a little bit? Or would you just try to find something else?
Yeah, I was looking for some. Yeah, I was gonna read that.
Okay.
If I can't find it quick.
It says, right, he shall give thee light. Right? That means he's going to reveal himself unto you. Right? He's going to give you this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Right? For you to sustain yourself, for you to walk, right, in this dark and perilous time out here, man.
Okay. Right? So back in Ephesians 5:15, it says, "See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil."
Right. It says walk circumspectly, circling around, spec meaning to look. So you're looking around, all around you, figuratively, right, and literally, right. You don't just want to be like a bump on the log, just standing around all stiff and not watching. You pay attention to what's going on around you when you're out and about in your everyday lives.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, because Esau's like a roaring lion, seeking who he may devour, man. And our people don't understand that he's their enemy. You know? If they understood that this man was the enemy, they won't be voting for him.
Right, exactly. And he knows, and that's why you gotta pay attention in your regular lives too.
Yep.
You know, what's going on, who's saying something to you, who's speaking to you, right? Why he say that? You know what I'm saying? You don't know, people come to me and say shit all the time. I'm like, I never take, even if it's a bug out or a homeless dude or whatever, I listen to what you say because you never know who's talking to you or what's saying to, right? Entertaining, angels unawares, or agents. It could be anything, man. Right? So being circumspect, walking as fools, walking as wise, not as fools. Right?
Yep. So reading on, Ephesians 5:16 again says, redeeming the times, because we're at war. This is a spiritual war that we are battling, man. All right, and we're behind. We got to catch up in this thing.
Right.
So we got to get as much fear, as much knowledge, as understanding as we can. We got to put on the whole armor of Yahweh Shemel Shai, man. And look, going straight into the battlefield. Verse 17 says, wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is.
Right. Right. It said redeeming time, right? Like the brother's going into, and I like to go into when you go deeper into that word redeem, it goes into something else. But just on like the English word redeem, when you cashing something in,
Yep.
Let me see. Like when you redeeming a coupon, right? Yeah. Bring it out. Yeah.
Yep.
When you redeeming something, hey, I would like to redeem this buy one get one free, or this blah blah blah
I
blah.
won't get half off.
Yeah, it's anything. You redeeming something, you're cashing it in, you're using it.
Yep.
Right? So what we got to take this truth, right? This time that was allotted for us to get right, and we have to use it to our advantage.
Yep.
Right? Not to our disadvantage. Not because the rest of the world, the rest of the people are what? They're squandering this opportunity. They're missing out. Because what, just like a coupon, it got an expiration date. This is valid through so and so and so and so.
Yeah.
Now we don't know when this one is gonna be up, but what we know that the time is short.
We're in the season for it.
Exactly.
To be up.
Exactly. Yep.
You know? We're in that month, right?
Right, exactly.
Spiritually.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, I gotta, drink this milk before,
This is the definition of the word redeemed. This is the definition of the word redeemed. It means to buy back. Redeem is wider in its application than ransom. It means to buy back, regain possession of, to redeem one's property.
Hey, look, man. We're getting back our what? Our knowledge, our nationality, our heritage, right? Or who we really are. The law, statutes, commandments, right?
Yep.
Even though it's kind of different in this definition that we're in this context, but what we're taking advantage of what all this wisdom, knowledge, understanding. This ain't new. This ain't new. We ain't just stumble across this as a people and then that's what they think, right? That's what they say about us. Oh, they're just attaching themselves, calling themselves. No, this is our heritage. This is our nationality, and we're coming back to it, right? And we're using it to what? To get right and to, Lord willing, be delivered and saved in these times, right? Before the time runs out.
Yeah.
Because what? This message is time sensitive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because going back, look, man, like the dude last night,
Yeah.
black woman is God. That bitch ain't never saved us, man. Ain't never saved us, bro.
Right.
Could Big Mama save her son from getting locked up?
Right.
No, man.
The dude, that's how I was going.
Jermaine.
Jermaine, yeah. Jermaine Dozier.
That just sound like a funny name.
What?
Jermaine Dozier.
Right, you got it, bro.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I mean, you got any synonyms? Any words?
Yeah, I can get a center in.
Yeah.
This right here was fire. Though.
Okay, you got it.
All right, it says, what does it mean to redeem yourself? To succeed or do something good after one has failed or done something bad.
That's us, and that's us as a people in a nutshell, man.
Yeah.
Right? And this time that was allowed for us to have through the Lord's sacrifice, right? This time, that's the purpose of it. To what? To redeem ourselves, right? Well, we were redeemed through the blood of Yahushua, first and foremost. So it ain't nothing that we can do, but that don't mean we do nothing. That don't mean we forsake how we really truly supposed to live here on the earth, man. Right? We're using this time to show the Lord that, hey, we understand, we failed, we messed up, right? But what? We understand that this is how we're supposed to be, and we're going to put our best foot forward and serving it to the best of our ability.
I got the synonyms, bro. I'm gonna finish. And it says they can redeem themselves for yesterday's loss by winning today's game.
Winning today's.
Exactly.
And I have some synonyms for the word redeem. It means to retrieve, to regain, to recover, get back, reclaim, repossess, have something returned.
It was stolen from us. It was taken from us. Right? We got these devils over there. You got these devils over there, and these heathens, the other heathens. What? Ishmael. We got Ishmael and Esau fighting over land that ain't even theirs. Right? You got people in the land posing as us, right? And the worst people on the face of the earth at that. Right? But what? This is the way. This is how we get it back.
You already know.
Right. This is how we get it back, man. Right? You know what I'm saying? Nothing of our own hands. Nothing. We don't have to set up no army, no militia group. It's by redeeming the times, right? Getting right with the Lord, right? And ultimately, look, the Lord's going to fight for us, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
back in back in Ephesians 5, and where are we at? 17 says, wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is, and be not drunk with wine, wherein is excess, but be filled with the Spirit.
Right. And talking about spiritually, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. And literally, you don't want to be no drunken. I just drinking,
Right.
right? But what? Be not drunken with these philosophies and the ways of this world, man.
Right.
Right. That Babylon juice.
Yep.
Right. Because what? That spirit has been poured out, has been spread out throughout all the nations on the face of the earth. They're all drunk of this place's juice, man, and they're all drunk off of it, right? But no, you got to be with the scripture. You read it all the time. Stay sober and vigilant.
The adversary, the devil, seeking about who he may devour.
Exactly. So we got to be sober. We got to be vigilant. We got to be we got to be drinking only this wisdom.
Yep.
This wisdom, knowledge, understanding this word, and be filled with that, right?
It says,
But I believe it says in Matthew too, when the house is swept and garnished,
oh yeah.
right? Those spirits that go out,
Yeah.
right? They come back. with 7 more when they return. But what? That's only if. That's why I said and be filled with the Spirit. Because if you don't refurnish that house with the things of righteousness, right? If you don't put back into, because once you, because like we was going to earlier, you're stripped of everything, right? So now you're empty. Now it's time to put back righteous things into that house. But what if you don't? If you're not being filled with the Spirit, you're going to be worse off than you was in the beginning, man.
I got a precept. This is Proverbs 5:15. It says, "Drink waters out of thy own cisterns,
Yep.
and running waters out of thy own well."
Mm-hmm.
It's going into some philosophies and doctrines. You know what I'm saying? Just laying back home what it's going into.
Yep.
You know, if you don't, you're gonna get sick,
Exactly.
spiritually sick, man.
Exactly. Too much drink, and like you said, this is the water,
Yeah.
right? These are the waters, right? What you
Yeah.
need on a drunk night, you hungover. What you need?
Yeah.
You need water.
Yeah. Hydrated.
Hydrated.
Yeah.
You have dehydrated yourself by drinking too much of this of the wine and philosophies of this world,
Yep.
right? You don't have the right. So what? Now you have to replenish yourself with the water, man, with this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Is there any more on that? Ephesians 5?
Nah, I think the brother had somebody was holding something.
You got something, bro?
If not, I got something. You got it?
Yeah,
Bring it up. Yeah.
Was it Matthew 12?
Yes.
And that goes for women too, man.
Exactly.
You know, women, there was once a part of brothers.
Right.
All right. You know, I told my demon that. You know, they walk out on you, they leave you, and then next thing you know, they become a bigger demon than they was before they even met you.
Right.
You know, there was already a demon, but after, you know, being a part of this thing, tasting this thing, and then, you know, you don't want it no more, all of a sudden you go back to even a bigger demon, man. Because that one demon that scripture's gonna go into is gonna bring more.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 12, verse 43. And
If I can say real quick, so I can, and that's why the apostles give that counsel, that advice, of not telling your woman anything, right? Because once they come into the truth and know this truth, right, they still have to uphold it,
Yeah.
right? They said, but women not built for that. They're not built like that to do that, to hold themselves accountable all the time, to examine themselves all the time. So really, when you're not saying nothing to your woman and your family, you're really saving them from themselves, man.
Yeah, it's
Right?
not it's not for the woman,
Exactly.
but at the same time, you know, once you start doing things, right, you can't stop. You can't stop because, you know, now you know better.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yep.
and best believe judgment's been coming her way. You know, and that's happened to all the men in the Lord. Brothers been going to it heavy lately, man. You know how their wives did them dirty, and now the Lord's having to where they got to come right back to him, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, my demon send me. They'll send you. They'll be doing some of the dumbest stuff. They'll send you pictures, even though we're not together. They'll send you a picture. She got a hand tattoo, but it got a scripture on it. She's like, even though I know we're not supposed to get tattoos, how you feel about this with the guy's scripture on it? It's nice.
Yeah.
It's nice. Yeah, it look good. It look great.
Yeah.
But when you get to that point,
Yeah, and nice is good. Look at me in the nice.
right? Oh, right.
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Exactly.
To get the etymology on that word.
Yep. But in my head, I'm like, yo, these motherfuckers is bugged out. Once they leave you, they just start bugging out.
They bugging out. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? What, you think you pleasing the Most High because you got a tattoo with a scripture on it?
Right.
you literally disobeying the scriptures.
They going about establishing their own righteousness, man.
Mm-hmm.
You got that.
This is
So
the
you
book.
finished your statement?
No, yeah.
Come.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 12, and I'm going to begin at verse 43. And it reads, "When the unclean spirit is gone out of a man, he walketh through dry places, seeking rest, and findeth none."
Well, you got to remember, that old man, that old woman is still lurking.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They are still lurking, man.
Yeah.
That's why you got to constantly examine yourself each and every day. Look, I tell myself plenty of times, I had to stop myself from wanting to do something, man. Because that's the old man. You know?
Yeah.
Some brothers was, you know, I don't know, bar hopping, or you're not really wrong. Just in the clubs. Apostle says stay out of the clubs. And a man of experience understands why. All right. A lot of those women got men. All right. And what happens with wine and men and women? All right. It makes kings fall away. You wake up in the bed, with a woman, and next thing you see a pair of Timbs at the side of the bed. Like, yo, you got a man? Now you don't what the hell off. You got it, bro.
In the book of Matthew, chapter 12, verse 44. Then he saith, I will return into my house from which I came out. And when he is come, he findeth empty, swept, and garnished.
Right.
Then goeth he and taketh with himself 7 other spirits more wicked than himself. And they enter in and dwell there. And the last state of that man is worse than the first. Even so shall be unto this wicked generation.
So if you don't feel, it said, and not be drunk with access, and you filled with the Spirit. So if you're not pouring spiritual things into you, it's like Brother Isaiah, he always going to, right? It's what you put in. What you put in is what you're gonna get out. So if you come into this truth, you come into this understanding, you start doing stuff, but you're not constantly being filled with the Spirit, you're not constantly doing things that feed the Spirit, right? You still living worldly, you still doing the things of the world, you're gonna end up worse than you was. Just look at all the men that bugged out. Right? I don't like speaking of other cities, but like the dude Yardan from Atlanta.
Yeah,
Yardan, yeah. Right? You're not gonna speak on other stuff that goes on, but he was a leader, right? But what hadn't purged out those things that he was into in the world, he wound up bringing that shit into the truth, and was worse off. Because you're worse off when you have the wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and you still doing that dude Chief Ephraim as well. He came out and said it on his platform. Yeah, I was selling crack in the truth. You know what I'm saying? That's why I left the truth for some years, because I wanted to continue doing that, and I didn't want the ministry to be blamed. Huh? You spent years already. You was already in the truth for years already. You stopped, and now everybody's seeing you was all on Front Street. People see your face and your name, and you just went back to selling crack. How does that work? I didn't know you could take a break from the truth to go back into the world and until you get yourself back together and come back. No, that's not how the Lord works. The Lord said, "What? He that yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Hold his hand on the plow, right? You got something? Okay, let me get this first.
This is the book of Luke, chapter,
So Christmas.
Yeah, it is. Chapter 9, verse 62. It says, this is number 1.
Okay.
It says, and Yahushua said to him, no man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of heaven.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking about.
Okay, go.
Yeah. By holding his hand to the plow. So once you start the work, you got to finish the work. But what if you're looking back into I can run up a couple bands right quick, hitting the block real quick, and then come right back to the truth. Yeah. I come right back to the truth. No, you looking behind. Look at Lot's wife. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Look at Lot's wife. Right? Yeah. So look, you can't be looking back. If you're not, that means what? You're doubting Yahweh Shem Shai. Because if you truly if you were all in on Yahweh Shem Shai, and of course, demons might come into your mind. Because brothers probably used to make a lot of money in the world. I can say for myself, I always had money in the world, but I was obtaining it through wicked ways, right? So when you come into the truth, you're like, dang, you got to rebuke those thoughts, man, right? I'm trusting the Lord. The scripture say, cast our burdens upon the Lord. Yeah. So whatever you're going through, you give it up to the Lord, you pray about it, you don't just vainly keep over asking for the same thing. You pray to the Lord, you ask him for it, and then you trust him, make it happen.
Yeah. Hey, bro, you still got that precept? Read it again?
Matthew.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is heavy right here, man.
Mhm.
That's why it's very important to stay on the path of righteousness, man.
Right.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter
Mhm.
12, verse 43, and it reads, "When the unclean spirit is gone out of a man,
Yeah, you came into the truth. You got the knowledge, the understanding, the wisdom, and it's like a raid. You know, like you spray raid on a roach. It gets them the hell up out of there, man. You know, so this word was like a spiritual raid for the demons that was on you.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
he walketh through dry places,
Mhm.
seeking rest, and findeth none."
Find of none. All right. Find of no rest. So what is that demon going to do?
Mm-hmm.
They gonna go back to
What's familiar?
it was familiar, that body.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Then he saith, "I will return into my house from whence I came out.
Go ahead.
And when he is come, he findeth it empty, swept, and garnished.
Uh-huh.
Then
Cleaned up.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Because what? You ain't, when you got that unclean spirit out the first time, you didn't put nothing back in there.
Right.
You didn't fill it up. Now you're supposed to be filling it up with things towards the spirit.
That's it.
You're supposed to refurbish that house.
Yep.
Refurnish that house. Right? With more spiritual things now.
Refurnish,
Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah.
the same thing? No.
No, that's not. But you can use that because you refurbish something, you just make it
Rebuild,
yeah,
yeah.
make something old into new.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
So
You know? So, you know, you but what? But you got it. But that house is empty. You ain't filled it up. You ain't did that. Really, you stagnant in the spirit.
Then goeth he and taketh with himself 7 other spirits more wicked than himself, and they enter in and dwell there.
like a complete amount. I always like to think about the movie Gremlins, man. You know, pour water on, they start, you know,
Going crazy.
going crazy. But they, they all over the movie theater and stuff. You know, that's what the demons are doing. And the only thing they're doing is like, look, all right, just like somebody who went to jail, went to prison, they come out a better crook, a better criminal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Some demons like, yo, I know how to do this now. I can do this better now. You know, let's go ahead and do this. You know, and you was just only smoking cigarettes. Let's smoke weed now.
Right.
You know?
Like that movie Taken.
Yeah.
T.I.
Mhm.
He went to jail for what, like 17 years. Came back out with a master plan
See?
to keep bank robbing.
See?
Like all the other guys is rich. I'd have been like, hey, look, man, you know, I held it down. I went to jail for everybody. Can I just get a little something from y'all? I started a legit business or something. Nah, I got one more bank heist that I want to do.
See?
Went in came out more wicked than he did when he went in.
Yep. And that's heavy, and that's going to lead to our people's destruction, man. Once again, this is for the men and the women who have tasted the fact that they know that they're Israelites. Okay? They know who they are. They rehearse the righteous acts. Sit there and rehearse the righteous acts with you, man. You know? But Satan got on them. And a lot of them women, if they don't repent, and men, they're going to be destroyed. Just like that. There's going to be nothing that you can do about it. Could have been a cousin, a sister, you know, a brother.
How y'all doing?
How you doing? Father, mother, husband, wife, you know? Satan know he has to get to you somehow, some way. And he gonna always choose that wicked vessel.
Hey, you want me to start at the top of 45 or you just will pick up where I was?
Was that it on that?
That wasn't the end. It was like halfway through 45.
Keep going.
And
Where you left off at?
And the last state of
Yeah.
that man is worse than the first. Even so shall it be also unto this wicked generation.
Yep. Yep. It's gonna be like that to this wicked generation, man. This is the worst.
Yeah.
This is flood-like behavior, you know, 2.0. All right. Men walking around here. I saw a video, brother seen it before, where a dude had a full beard, had eyelashes, look at stuff with makeup on, and he was mad because his father was kicking him out of the house for being happy. And he was recording, saying, "Hey, look at me, look at me." And he put the camera on his phone, the camera on his dad, while his dad was packing his shit up. You know what I'm saying? Oh, because I'm happy. You seen it?
That's
Yeah. I'm not gonna say the word, but he
Right.
said, "Oh, because I'm happy, he gonna kick me out." Man, you a grown ass man. All right, I kick your ass out too. Shit, nah.
You ain't about, what you think you about? You about to be standing in my, what you think you about to be inviting mugs
Right.
over here?
Yeah, give me.
Pop's like, nah,
Yeah, nah. And that's why Jacob's trouble and the evils are going to hit our people hard, man.
Then brother said this week, Jacob's trouble that has a righteous,
It has a righteous meaning.
meaning, right?
You know, it's righteous for why the Lord is doing what He's doing. All right, Jake is rebellious. Let's get that real quick. And we just see where the Spirit takes us. This Isaiah chapter 30. Matter of fact, Isaiah 30 and I started top. Yeah, I might jump. Yeah, I might jump around in it. This is Isaiah 30 and 1. It says, "Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me." It says, "And that cover with the covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin."
What's the counsel? What's the counsel of the Lord? It's the first one was just His word,
Yep.
right? Being brung out through the men of the Lord, because the Lord speaks through His men. But what? Our people cover themselves with a covering, right? All these coverings of the world,
Yep.
right? They into Islam, they into Buddhism, they into what's the A word? Agnostic,
Yeah, nice.
right? Atheists, right? They in all these other ideologies and things and such like that. But everything other than what they're supposed to be in, which is following after the ways of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, our power, the only true and living power,
Right.
right? And it said, turning the sin to sin, and iniquity. They're living in iniquity.
Yeah.
Right?
Because they don't know what's right and what's wrong.
Mhm.
That's why Isaiah 50 and 1 is so heavy in
Mhm.
these times. Lord told Isaiah to cry loud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show his people their transgressions, and the house of Jacob their sins.
Mhm.
Because Esau doesn't do it. He doesn't do it, man. It's Isaiah 30 and 2. It says, "The walk to go down to Egypt for help. It's like the walk to go down to Egypt and have not asked in my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt."
Yep. And what's modern day Egypt? Modern day Egypt is here in America, and the modern day Pharaoh is Esau Edom, the so-called white man. Right? So they go down to Egypt for help, right? Our women, they go down to the courthouse for support,
Yeah.
right? For child support, right? They go down here for WIC food stamps, right? The men of our nation, they go down and vote. The whole nation, they go down and vote to try to see change, but they never have came to the mouth of the Lord, right? They ain't no long line. The line of the WIC office be wrapped around the buildings, but this line, there ain't no line down here of them inquiring of the Lord
Right.
and what they should do, and them asking the Lord how they should move forward as a people. No, that's the furthest thing from their mind.
Right.
Right? Until what? Until the Lord start bringing deletions at an all-time high.
Yeah.
And then that Amos 8 and 11 come out where they're seeking to and fro. But right now, while they have the chance to do so, before this trouble gets to its climax, that's the furthest from their mind to ask the Lord for help, man.
And look, then that time's gonna be where this year we go.
Right,
You
right.
know?
Exactly.
And such a for the sword to the sword.
Yep.
You know?
Famine to famine.
Right.
And the dogs to tear.
That's it. So back in the book of Isaiah chapter 30 verse 3. "Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion."
Because what? Esau and his quote-unquote power got you confused, man. It's deceived you. Because what? You trusting in his shadow, right? Because what? Here in America, it's looked at to be a great kingdom. But what? America's gonna fall. Hard, man. It's gonna fall. So whatever. It's gonna fall hard, man. America is not gonna last. So you trusting in it. If you at the top floor and the building collapses, guess what? You going down with it.
Right.
You going down with it. So when America goes down, when America collapses, when you totally invested in this whole world, I mean, in this whole society, and when it falls and it collapses, you're gonna lose everything in it. It's gonna make you look stupid, right?
You know, our women dress for what they want.
Right.
Just a one-nighter.
Mm-hmm.
Just a one-nighter, man. You know, our women don't dress to
Find a husband.
To find a husband, yeah. They dress to be smashed.
To be popped.
And then, you know, they wondering why, you know, they say, oh, our men ain't shit. Well, look at what you're giving us to, you know, to how to treat you.
And you attract that.
Yeah.
Right? We're not dealing with just flesh and bone here. We're talking about spirits and other things that's going down. So when you push off that vibration of being a whore, you're gonna attract mugs that
you're gonna attract
reciprocate that energy.
You're gonna reciprocate,
You know what I'm saying? But if you dress modestly and you take yourself seriously and your virtue and your dignity and your respect for yourself, guess what? The man that you attract, that's the type of man you're gonna attract.
Yep.
When the scripture speak on that, a wicked man,
an evil woman is a portion to a wicked man.
And look, and vice versa.
You know? So hey, that's another thing. So if the Lord separates you from a woman, it's
Right.
because she's evil.
Right.
She's wicked.
Mm-hmm.
You know? This is Isaiah 30 and yeah, I'm gonna jump down to verse 9.
Yep.
I started 8.
You have to apply for it.
Yeah, it says, now go and write it before them in a table, and note it in a book, that it may be for a time to come forever and ever, that this is a rebellious people,
Right.
lying children that would not hear the law of the Lord, would say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits.
And that's our people, right? You Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, right? Our people, they are liars, right? And they despise the law of the Lord. They despise getting right. And what they want to hear is that prosperity doctrine, right? If you put $50 in this plate, guess what? The Lord gonna double it. The Lord gonna triple it. Right? You're gonna live a long and healthy life, man. You're gonna be rich and you're gonna be prosperous. No, we're preaching up here, we're preaching the true prosperity. Right? Which involves what? The downfall of this society. Right? Which comes with what? With disciplining yourself, examining yourself, accountability. Right? And taking the load right now. Right? We're gonna get it, we're gonna get everything we want, right? But this place has to go down first. But what? Our people don't want to hear prophecy. They don't want to hear. They want to hear smooth things, right? And that's what they get from these wolves, right? That's what these TD Jakes, these Creflo Dollars.
Give them dumb down, man.
Yeah, exactly.
It's Isaiah 30 and 10. It says, it's like in verse 11, get you out of the way, turn aside out of the path, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. Wherefore thus said the Lord, thus said the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word and trust in oppression and perverseness and stay thereon, therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly in an instant.
So because you trust in oppression, right? Remember how y'all got here, right? You Jakes got here on cargo slave ships.
And left-hand cargo slave ships.
And left-hand cargo slave ships.
Yep.
Don't forget about the mass genocide before the transatlantic slave trade, right? All you tribes were a part of that. That wasn't just no coincidence, right? And what? And have been systematically, after the chains were broken off, have been systematically oppressed still to this very day, right? You natives think just because you got a little small portion of land that quote unquote,
and casinos.
Yeah, and casinos, and they gave you what, 0.1 percentage of everything that they took off your back, right? That y'all actually living here. No, but since you trusted in this oppression, right, through the so-called white man and the rest of these heathens, right, the Lord's going to give you over. Right, your iniquities are going to bury you, man. Right, your iniquities is what's going to be your downfall, man. Right? Can you read that one more time? I got you, bro.
I don't have to research.
Huh?
I just wanted to say, like,
Oh.
some of those reservations don't even have running water.
Right.
Exactly.
Like, they don't take care of them. They give them a little something.
They give them the worst parts of the land.
Exactly.
And you know, Jake has been has resorted to drinking, rubbing alcohol on those reds, man.
Yeah.
This is Isaiah 30 and 12. It says, wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word, and we read about those that despise this word in 2 Ezra the 7th chapter,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, they're gonna perish. It says, and despise this word and trust in oppression. Going back to Ecclesiastes 7.
Yep.
Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad,
Yep.
and a gift destroyeth the heart. It says, and perverseness is stated on, therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant.
And that's what it's going. And that's what it's going to be like.
Yeah.
Right. A wall that got a small little crack, right? But over time it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and you don't notice it. You don't see it. And what? Once that wall, it's like the levee or on a dam. Look what happened in Louisiana. Well, even though in Louisiana they say, actually, brothers in New Orleans, they heard a loud explosion before all the water came in,
Right.
or during the hurricane. So we know what that's about.
Right.
But the point of the matter is, that's why the scriptures say all throughout the scriptures, suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, right? Because it's going to come, boom, it's going to come fast, right? And it's something that had been, just like a crack in the wall, it's something that had been building for a long time, right? So the Lord was long suffering. The Lord gave us ample amount of time to get right. But what? Those who continue in their wickedness, those who trust in oppression, those who despise the ways of Yahweh Shai, they squandered the time and the opportunity to get right. So what? They gotta eat that. They got to perish. It's like all them people in New Orleans got all them warnings to get out of there, right? To leave, right? Even though Esau did what he did, right? Involved in that, but what? I remember I got family down there. I still got family members down there. I got family members who are in North Carolina only because they took the heed and warning to come up here when they said it was going to be real bad. You know, our people got a problem with taking a warning when it's presented to them beforehand.
Give me Ezekiel 3:17. Speaking of a warning. All right. That's one of the major reasons why we out here is to give the warning according to the God of the Bible, the only begotten Son.
Right.
You know, it's a heads up. You got it.
This is Ezekiel 3:17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel.
Yes, a watchman. What does a watchman do? It stands on a top tower, highest tower, all right, and watches and protects the city and warns them if there's pending danger approaching, man. All right, they will sound an alarm, a certain drum, a noise, and in this case, we're blowing the trumpet, which is these words, to gather our people's attention for what our power, our God, our Lord, all right, is getting ready to do on the earth. Okay? Yep.
This is Ezekiel 7:14. They have blown the trumpet,
Yep.
even to make all ready.
Yeah, to make all ready. To make our people ready to the battle, man.
Yep.
That is being prepared. This is the spiritual, and it's going to get physical soon come. But you have to have the physical, simple tongue. You got to have the spiritual for this physical one. All right, you got to have the spirit, the wisdom, knowledge, understanding up here. All right, so you can navigate through the physical that's coming.
The scriptures say, y'all read it earlier. I don't know if y'all read down that far, but what? Romans 13:12. Right? Let us therefore cast out the works of darkness. And put on the armor of light.
Yep.
Like the brother said, right? It's a spiritual battle, right?
Right.
So what? You got to, in any battle, you got to put on the armor.
Yep.
Put on the whole armor of the Most High.
Yep.
Right? So that what? When it does become physical, Because if you don't have that spiritual armor on now, when it becomes physical, you're going to be a literal casualty.
That's right. Yeah, keep reading.
Yep. Verse 14, it reads, but none go up to the battle.
But none go up to the battle, man. And they're not taking heed, right? Because you got to remember, the Lord, hold me Isaiah 6, and go down, I want to say around the 12th or 13th verse. And it's about how long, O Lord? Because the Lord has these angels blocking them from hearing this word, man. The Lord has the angels blocking. Let me see if I can find it real quick.
6 and 11.
Yeah, 6 and 11. You got it? Yeah, bring it on out. Yes, go back.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 6, and verse 11, and it reads, then said I, Lord, how long?
Read up. Now go up. Go up to about verse 9, I think.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 6, and verse 9, and it reads, and he said, go and tell this people, hear ye indeed,
Right.
but understand not,
Go ahead.
and see ye indeed, but perceive not.
Uh-huh.
Make the heart of this people fat,
Right.
and make their ears heavy,
Go ahead.
and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes,
Yep.
and hear with their ears,
Go ahead.
and understand with their heart, and convert and be healed.
Yeah, so the Lord has the angels blocking them from seeing and hearing. All right, because the Lord has a certain amount of his people set to be deleted. He don't want them to get this message and be healed. All right, he wants them to pay. Okay, so just hold that and read. What was that again?
Yep, this is Ezekiel 7 and 14 from the top. They have blown the trumpet even to make all ready, but none go up to the battle.
They're not going to the battle because they can't perceive that a battle is going on. All right, they can't hear the spiritual war drums that's being pounded right now through this word. Okay, go ahead.
For my wrath is upon the multitude thereof.
So the Lord's wrath is upon the multitude. And you look, if you're not part of the elect, man. Go ahead, bro.
Okay. Start from 11.
Yeah, he did. He did. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
Change the chicken door.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 6, verse 10, and it reads, make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears, Salakia, make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes and hear with their ears,
Yeah.
and understand with their heart and convert and be healed.
Go ahead.
Then said I, Lord, how long? And he answered, until the cities be wasted without inhabitants.
Yeah. So Isaiah is saying, how long is Jake gonna be in this state? Until the cities be destroyed without inhabited, man. All right. And that's why we're not, trying to wake up every Israelite, every Jake. We gotta go to the ghetto. We gotta go to the hood. We gotta, save the community. Nah, man. This word is only for the elect and the elect only. And they're gonna go to the battle, man. They're gonna take heed to the watchmen, and then they're gonna get out there and watch if that's their life. They'll get out there and warn the people. That was on that, right?
No.
Finish it out.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 6, and verse 11, and it reads,
Finish it out.
then said I, Lord, how long? And he answered, until the cities be wasted without inhabitant, and the houses without man,
Yep.
and the land be utterly desolate.
And what's gonna do that? Those ICBM missiles, man. All right. They're written about within the scriptures, man. That will happen in your lifetime. Do you think they're just flirting with World War III? No, it's here. And you can say goodbye to your future plans. All right, seeing your kids go off to college. All right, because the so-called white man's rulership is coming to an end according to the Bible. That's why we out here. It's one of the major reasons why we out here prophesying on street corners is letting you heathen know right? That your kingdom is going down. You got something?
Jeremiah 28:8.
Yeah, you can get that. We're gonna get some prophecy. Yeah, go ahead and bring it out.
Are we gonna be on the news?
Go ahead,
Nah,
bro.
yeah, the camera not on y'all.
Okay.
This is the book of Jeremiah 28:8, and it reads, "The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries."
Yeah, so the prophets, right, the only true and living power, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, sent out his prophets to prophesy, which means to say before. Right? And what are we saying before? Through the spirit and power of our power, man. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Go ahead.
Right? The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms
Yep.
of war and of evil and of
Yeah,
pestilence.
evil times. That's one of the major reasons why we out here. To let the people know that evil times are coming. You can sit up here and listen to your presidents, all right, your mayors, your governors, all right, your mommy, your poppy, whoever. But if it doesn't line up with the God of the Bible and what he has prescribed, it ain't gonna happen, man. All right? Nothing but evils are coming to this place. Look how this place was established, man. Off the rape, robbery, and murder of the so-called white man. And then got the nerve to tell, man,
What's that? In Exodus, how the place began. So it's gonna go out with that.
that's Numbers.
35 and 33.
Bring it out.
Got it?
Yeah.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 35 and verse 33, and it reads,
Yep.
"So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are."
And that's what this man has done. Ever since he's gotten the power, everywhere he goes, he pollutes the land. Right?
Right.
Go ahead.
For blood it defileth the land.
And whose blood was shed here? The true Israelites. The so-called Latinos, the so-called Native Americans, and the so-called Negroes, man. Our blood was shed here, and it's still being shed, man. And that's why that whole critical race theory thing, we don't want to teach, what really happened. Because what the scriptures say, shameful spewing is their glory, man. How they got this place was through wickedness, man. And you wondering why Isaiah 10 and 20 is running rampant right now, man, with the true believers. We're no longer standing upon those who slaughtered us, man. Go ahead, bro.
Numbers 35 and 33, and it reads, "So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are. For blood it defileth the land.
Go ahead.
And the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein.
Go ahead.
But by the blood of him that shed it."
So you want America to be great again? Right? You Edomites, you Hebrew Edomites, by 1681 calling yourself so-called white, you want this place to be great again? Your blood has to be shed. And be reading straight out the Bible. Straight out the Bible. That's how America is made great again. By what you did to the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Native Americans be done to you. That's true reparations. The hell with your 40 acres in the 40 acres in the mule, man. We want what was done to us done to you. Get 1 Thessalonians, 2 Thessalonians 1 and 6, I believe it is. Because the Lord said that's a righteous thing. Go ahead.
This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 1 and verse 6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High God to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
Yeah, who has troubled us? The head honcho Esau, the so-called white man, all the way down to the doodle-eating Africans, right? Because we are not Africans, okay? We got nothing to do with them booty scratchers, man. You know? Ishmael, okay? Huh? Yeah, they built the ships, man. I got you, bro. I forgot about you. Go ahead.
You want to keep going down?
Yeah, keep reading.
Verse 7, first, 2 Thessalonians 1 and 7.
Yep.
And to you who are troubled, rest with us.
So this is the rest, man.
Right?
This is the good news. That payback is coming. All right? The Lord, as it tells you in Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter, requires that which is past.
He's got the background for this.
Go ahead, bro. And I didn't want to get on Esau, but that's where the spirit is going.
Now this is the book of Obadiah, verse 15,
Yep.
and it reads, "For the day of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, is near, is near upon all the heathen."
Yeah, that's what we're proclaiming, man. All right? What you call God is a so-called black man. All right? And his wrath is upon you heathens. And you're going to see it soon come. We always get on Esau, but it's all the heathens, man.
Right.
The so-called Chinese, so-called Japanese, the Dahe East Indians, all of you, man, are going to be rounded up soon come. Go ahead.
"As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee."
History books. Go back and look at the things that happened. All right, that has been documented. And there's plenty of things that have been documented that has been done to the children of Israel, man. Get Daniel 9:11.
And Baba Kashar, real quick, can
Yep.
you in Obadiah?
Yes.
Can you go back? If you go up to 9, what does 9 say?
And thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed.
What's right above that?
Shall I not in that day, saith Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai,
Verse 10.
10,
It's like,
"For thy violence against thy brother
yeah,
Jacob."
yeah. Call and read it. Yeah.
This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 10,
Yeah.
and it reads, "For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee."
That's right. Oh, you want to speak on it?
I mean, it's kind
They can go ahead. You go.
No, I was just to your point.
Yeah,
though,
yeah.
You know, that's why they're going to try to take this out of the textbooks.
Yeah.
Trying to hide all these things and hide who they really are, because that shame is starting to cover them.
Yeah.
They're gonna have that everlasting shame when you get to the kingdom of being enslaved, but it's starting right now.
Yeah.
They're feeling it right now for
Yeah.
what? For their violence against their brother Jacob. Since he made that covenant with himself, what's that? Genesis 26. Brothers know the chapter, but what? The days of mourning my father hand.
Yeah.
I will utterly slay my brother Jacob.
27?
It might be verse 27 and 41. Yeah, if you can, I think so. But I got Ezekiel 35 too.
Finish what you had.
15.
Yeah.
Thy
Start 10.
start at 10.
Yeah, and just read on down.
This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 10, and it reads, "For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee,
Uh-huh.
and thou shalt be cut off forever.
Go ahead.
In the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captives his forces, and foreigners entered into his gates,
Go ahead.
and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou wast one of them. But thou shouldest have not looked on the day of thy brother, in the day that he became a stranger.
Yep.
Neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction."
Yep. And they did. They did all those things, man. All right. And that's what Esau's supposed to be our brother.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
"Neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress.
Con.
Thou shouldest not have entered into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity."
What verse are you at now?
13.
Go to 18. Go to 15. Go to 15 and read the 18.
Go
Yeah.
like skip it 15.
Yeah.
"For the day of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee."
Yeah, so and that's what frightens these elites. All right, because they know the things that they have done to the children of Israel. And that's gonna everything good? That's gonna have to be done to them. I got one. I'm going to put mine on.
Yep. It's going to come back on. It's going to come. All these heathens. The scripture says that the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathens. So all these other nations, right? The so-called Arabs, the so-called East Indians, the so-called Chinese, Japanese, whatever hand that they had in the downfall of our people, they're going to receive that back.
Yep.
Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is just going to get it the worst, right?
Right. Yeah. You got it?
Oh, you want me to go down to 18?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It's the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 18. And it reads.
No, keep on, read through.
Oh, read through.
From 15 to 18, yeah.
Well, I'm going to pick up back where I was.
Go ahead.
Thy reward shall return upon thine own head.
Yeah, because what you push out here is what you're going to get back. You know, these people believe in that, right?
Right.
What you push out here in the earth will come back to you.
Karma.
Yeah.
What's
Ain't that what they
law
call
of attraction?
Yeah. You know? Go ahead.
For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down,
Yep.
and they shall be as though they had not been.
Yeah, so, you know, what happened to us is going to be ultimately happening to them. You know? You going to speak on it?
No, I was just going to say, and that's the faith and patience of the saints.
Yeah.
That's what we're hoping for. That's what we're expecting, man. Right? And I got that too. I didn't know if you want that.
Yeah, but let me get this real quick. Before he goes on, this is Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 7. It says, "And the Lord thy God will put all these curses upon thy enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecute thee." So that day is coming to where the Lord's going to put the things that we had to go through upon our enemies.
That's right.
And, you know, there's not going to be anything for these heathens to comfort them, man. All right? They're going to have to sit through your wife being a harlot in the streets. You know, you got to sit through your children being taken from your hands. All right, you got to sit through being ownership, all right, to the Israelites. You know? You got it, bro.
But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance.
Yeah, it's going to be a deliverance for us. And that's why these people, especially these higher ups, they hate us for that, man. Found out we got a savior, found out that we're going to be delivered.
Right.
And then we're going to come back and kick ass through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai, man.
These niggas got hope.
Yeah.
Is these niggas hoping again?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. But that's exactly what they're thinking, man. And the answer is yes, we have hope. Because we come to learn that putting our hope and trust in you is vain. Lamentations goes into that.
That man help.
Yeah. You got it out.
And there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions.
Yeah, it shall possess their possessions. All right? Going back to 2 Ezra, the 6th chapter, the Lord created the world for our sakes. You know, you heathen are nothing. You're spit, you're spittle. You're dust that weigheth on a scale. All right? And you're going to learn that soon come. So enjoy your kingdom. Live it up. You know? You shouldn't be, you shouldn't be worried about war and putting hell on people. You should be enjoying your kingdom. That's what you should be doing, enjoying the final moments. All right? But, hey, look, man's going of the Lord. So the Lord's programming you to do what he wants you to do, as he always has been. Go ahead.
And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame,
Go ahead.
and the house of Esau for stubble.
Yeah, so Esau's going to be stubble, man. All right? He's going to be no more. Once he has served his punishment, man, we're not going to have a use for these Edomites anymore. We're not going to have a use for them. Not even their women. You know? Go ahead.
And they shall kindle in them and devour them. There shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau.
Not any remaining. Right? What makes you think about Isaiah 14? Okay? There's not going to be any remaining of them, man. And to water Yahweh Shem Shai.
So give us an example.
Just set an example. Yeah. Yeah. Gotta get rid of it, man. You know, what good is that on the earth, man?
What profit does that bring?
Yeah. Depends what they draw smell like. Probably don't even wash. You know? That was it on that, right?
Oh, there was one last verse. For Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, hath spoken it.
Yeah, so the Lord has spoken it. Nothing we can do about it. We're just telling you what the scriptures say.
Shoot the messenger.
Yeah, don't shoot the messenger. We're just telling you what the Bible says, man. Well, that's your interpretation. Well, we're going to find out soon come who had the right interpretation, man.
Right.
You know? That's how you perceive it.
There's only one truth.
There's only one truth. Right? Scripture says we have an unction from the Holy One and we know all things. So go ahead.
Daniel, Ezekiel.
Yeah, go to Daniel first.
Daniel 9:11.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got it. I can read it. This is Daniel chapter 9 and verse 11. Yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law,
Uh-huh.
even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, the curse is poured upon us.
Yeah. And this was, we were programmed. How can we keep the law perfectly in these sinful bodies? The Lord knew it was going to go off. All right? But it was for, it was a lesson to be learned during this, man. What is like to be wicked, man. But
Like I say, that's why in the kingdom that's why we're gonna be judging the whole earth. Right? That's why we're gonna be perfect judges. Because ain't gonna be no getting over on us in the kingdom. First and foremost, because we're gonna be back with our power, but we know.
Yeah.
We know the mindset. We're gonna be able to recall what it was like to have that thinking process that live as the heathens are gonna be living in. We gonna know. So ain't no, oh, well, I do this because no, we wrong. And that's how we're gonna be able to execute perfect and righteous judgment, because we're gonna be perfect in the ways, and we're gonna have the knowledge of how we live back in these times.
Yep.
This is the Lord's movie, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He had that for written. And this is the greatest story ever written.
That's it. That's right.
Read it again, verse 11. Daniel 9:11. Yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law, even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice. Therefore, the curse is poured upon us, and the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of the Most High.
So the curses was poured upon us. All right. But that's not what I wanted though.
Yeah, it goes down. It goes down. It's in verse 12.
Okay. Yeah.
It reads on. I didn't know if you wanted to get straight to the point.
No, it's all good. Yeah, just keep reading on where you was at.
It reads on, because we have sinned against him. Verse 12. And he have confirmed.
And that's plain.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't understand the reason why they're in the position that they're in. Is because we transgress against the Lord.
Yeah, I just don't want to keep walking.
You know?
How you guys doing?
That's why we're in the situation that we're in, man. It's plain to those who have the eyes to see and the ears to hear. But a lot of people don't want to accept that. How can that be the truth? Look at you.
Right.
But remember, the Lord said he goes in secret unto his servants the prophets.
That's right.
What do you expect for a man and Lord to be? You know?
Look at our Lord.
Yeah.
Our Lord, we can't ride in on the ass.
Yeah.
The king.
Yeah.
What they say, is this the king of the Jews?
Yeah. Yeah.
So wouldn't it be fitting that his men come in that same manner?
Yeah.
Right? But these people don't have that spiritual eye to see.
Hey, John, you know, prophesy.
Yeah.
You know, what did you expect to see? You know? You know, man, the Lord, just your average Joes, in a sense, man. We're not, these big time,
Right.
regular, regular schmegular, but we just been given the gift
That's right.
of faith and prophecy, man. The testimony of Yahweh Shai.
That's a beautiful story, man.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful story.
Yep.
You think that the true men of the Lord are out here flying on G5 jets
Right.
and buying out the old Houston Rocket stadiums for church,
Right.
right? That's who you think the real men of the Lord are? Then you're a fool.
Right. Go ahead.
It reads on. That's your point, right? It reads on
Yep.
verse 12, right?
Better believe it.
Yep, verse 12, and he have confirmed his word. What he said? You a Jew?
Uh-huh.
You talking to him?
Yeah, he was looking like it. Better believe it.
Verse 12, and he have confirmed his words which he spake against us, and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon a great evil, for under the whole heaven have not been done judgments have been done upon Jerusalem.
Yeah, so the things that have happened to our people, all right, has not happened to any other people on the earth, man.
Right.
We have suffered the most.
Exactly.
You know, so they highly, you know, CAL, you know, we're not gonna finish the rest up.
Oh,
like
yeah,
Esau
yeah,
is.
yeah.
You know, that was nothing
Right.
compared to what happened to us, man.
Mm-hmm.
Which they said that wasn't even a thing,
Mm-hmm.
right? We believe that,
Yep.
you know.
And even if it had actual deletions involved in it, we know that it was a hope. It was still it was set up,
Yeah,
right? It was set up to make them look like something they're not.
yeah,
You know
yep,
what I mean?
that's right.
So this devil don't care about life.
No.
If you got to delete a couple million people to push a narrative out,
He'll do
then
it.
that's what he'll do.
He'll do it. He'll do it because he's a devil. He's a deceiver, man. You know, this man is doing any and everything he can to receive that birthright back. But guess what? He's not, man. All right, the Lord has not forgotten what He has done. Did we ever get that?
Genesis 27 to 41.
Yeah, bring it up.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, we're going. There's a lot of precepts that was going. You know, just bring it out. And we'll go from there.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 27 and verse 41, and it reads, "And Esau hated Jacob
Yep.
because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him."
Yeah, and that hate is still prevalent today, man. All right. I did a lesson this past week. Done. We'll go to that next. And it was a bunch of Edomites going in New York about you know, Jake moving to the neighborhoods, man. You know, they're animals, they're this, they're that. He's like, he says, put a color in your neighborhood, see what happens. He's like, put a color in your neighborhood, see what happens.
Right.
He says, the blacks come up here and get welfare. And the Puerto Ricans come over and get welfare. Esau was pissed, bro.
I like that shit. They don't want to share their kingdom with you, Jakes. Man.
Yeah.
But what you want them to be joint heirs with you
Right.
in your kingdom and your glory. But this devil don't want no parts of you.
Right.
And that's how it should be. That's how they should feel. Because they're our enemies, man.
That's right. There you go, right there.
You turn over a little bit.
Black. You see, but that hate is still there.
Scared to go outside at night. Damn. You got one chick in the neighborhood who live 12 houses down.
Right.
You scared to come outside. Oh, they don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that. They don't want you nowhere near neighborhoods.
But that's that spirit.
Mm-hmm. That's why they live in gated communities to keep you niggas out.
Yep. Yep. And the gated communities keep you out and keep niggas in. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why gated communities got the gates around to keep y'all niggas out. And that's why, what's the hood? That's why the O blocks and all them other shit, that's why it's a gate. You gotta get through a gate to come in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Because when all this shit go down, a lot of you mugs they're gonna starve a lot of you mugs out in these neighborhoods, man.
Second Kings, the 6th
Mhm.
chapter, where he goes in, you know, Jake starving, eating their own children.
Katrina, you know what I'm saying? I was talking to one of the bros down there. I got he gonna tell me the rest of it, but that prison when they was down there in New Orleans, they left hella inmates in that prison, man. When Katrina hit, imagine you in a cell and it start flooding, or you ain't. It was like weeks. They left the mugs in there like that. I think some of them came out, and then they finally came back and got them. I forgot why I brought it up, but they'll leave you trapped, man.
That's crazy.
They'll leave you trapped. When shit go bad, they don't give a damn about you, Jakes, man.
Yep.
Right? They came back and they'll let them out on the highway. on the bypass because it was so high up that
Yeah.
they escaped the water that way. But shoot, a lot of them had died before that point, man.
It's crazy.
Damn about you, James, man.
Yeah. You got it.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 27 and verse 41, and it reads, "And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him."
Wherewith his father blessed him. So he hated Jacob because, you know, who was that? Abraham, Isaac, yeah, what's that?
It was Rachel.
Rebecca?
Rebecca, that's what it is. Yeah.
Rebecca, you know, don't quote me on it, but she was with Lord, the Spirit on her to be with Jacob. You know what I'm saying? To supplant. You know how that whole deal went down, to supplant and get the birthright. All right, go ahead.
Right? And Esau said in his heart, the days,
Yeah.
and Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand.
Yeah.
Then
what's the days of mourning? Really, you're supposed to mourn for like 7 days, according to the scriptures. You know, so after that 7 days, it's been on since then, man. Go ahead, bro.
right? The days of of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob.
Yeah. So he had evil intent from that day on to be a murderer, man.
Salty.
Yeah, he was salty. Yeah, like his brother said. And you know, the Lord, you know, still blessed him, right? Isaac still blessed him. Okay. You know, he got his blessing, but it was through violence.
Right.
Okay, through the sword. That's how he got his part. You want to say something? All right, so let's go back. I know you got what's that? You got Ezekiel.
35.
Yeah, let's get that.
This is Ezekiel 35, and I'm going to start at 1.
Yep.
Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir,
Yep.
and prophesy against it.
It's modern day Mount Seir, man. America, dwelling place of Esau, the Edomites, the Hebrew Edomites, the so-called white man, and we're prophesying against it. No new thing upon the sun. Are we reading Jeremiah 28?
Right.
You got it, bro.
And reads on. Verse 3. And say unto it, Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee,
Yep.
and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate.
Yeah, and you know, something about America here too. The Lord's gonna make this place desolate, man, for its wickedness.
Yeah.
You know, one thing alone, shedding the blood of children of Israel, the Lord's going to destroy this place. There's many reasons. Isaiah 3, they declare their sin is silent. The Lord set an example of what would happen if we live that way.
Right.
And here it is, this man passed laws, right? For people to live that lifestyle, which shows you he's not a believer. He doesn't care. What the scripture said, the Most High is not in all his thoughts. You know?
It's a God complex.
Yeah.
He thinks he's God.
Yep. You got it.
It reads on verse 35, chapter 35, verse 4. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate,
Right?
and thou shalt know that I am the Lord.
And we live in them times now. Everybody, every knee is going to bow. Everyone's going to understand who Yahweh Shai is, who he stands for, and what he's about. He's for his people, and he's a man of war. Okay?
Demands respect.
Yep.
What Birdman said?
I ain't going to say it no more.
So respect on my name.
Respect on my name. He said, you ain't up on Ross like that.
Yeah, he ain't really gonna trick daddy like that.
Oh, the trick, yeah.
I think he said both though. He said
Yeah.
both. So I'm pulling up on you.
He said, I'm pulling up on you, nigga. Oh, that's classic. That's classic. I need to laugh. I'll watch that.
Yeah, that's some funny shit, man.
You got it.
And it's on verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred.
Yeah, ongoing hatred, man.
Mhm.
And they got the nerve to say that they consider us a HATE group.
Mhm.
They got the nerve to say that when all we've been faced against with you Edomites is hate.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's all we've been faced with. From you so-called white people and you heathens. It's hate.
We say anything to defend ourselves or to say anything like we're not gonna take this no more. Even things that are not of the truth. With the Black Panthers and all these other things, we just be trying to have a community about ourselves. This devil, he got overthrow it. He make us extremists and this and that. These devils, what they label us with the three-letter group, with the
Yeah.
white hoods.
Yep.
We're high on the list.
Yeah, well, we probably higher on the list. Exactly.
They're below.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah. And they ain't done nothing.
They ain't done nothing.
You know? That's why this devil gonna have to he gonna have to do a FF, if you know what we mean.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
A
Yeah.
false, you know what?
Uh-huh.
That's how he gets down.
Yeah.
But guess what? The Lord's gonna be with us, man.
That's why you got these guys that are bought and sold already.
Uh-huh.
Sooner or later, that call gonna come down. Hey, we need, hey,
Yep.
something happened. It's gonna have to look like, you know, that we did it for real. Which,
He gonna need a reason to come down.
Right, exactly.
Because we're not giving him one.
exactly.
Scripture said, be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove. You know? You got it out.
That's right. It reads on, verse 5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred
Uh-huh.
and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword
By his blessing. Go ahead.
in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end,
Right.
therefore,
You know, post-slavery.
right,
You know, in a sense.
Jim Crow,
Yeah.
right,
And that's where you had, after that, you had the beginning of the police force, man.
right.
You know?
Some say, we was talking about this on the ride home last week. My grandfather was born in 1928, man. So he lived through that era. Well, you know, it might have been a little end. With slavery in 1865,
Yeah, somewhere around there, yeah.
around 65, that's not too far removed from that time.
In some places, right?
Well, yeah, in some places,
Like, what
yeah.
was it, Mississippi or
Yeah,
somewhere?
I think Texas was the last place to end slavery. That's why they say the Juneteenth,
Yeah,
because there were still some states that didn't abolish it all the way.
yeah.
So my grandpa was saying he lived in a time where when they was walking down the sidewalk, he had to hold his head down and wait for them to get off the sidewalk and wait for them to go past.
Wow.
Right? He said in that time it was worse. Like his parents and things like that was worse than slavery in some instances. Don't get me wrong. 500 years of hardcore slavery is wild, but it was just the throwing away of life. You didn't when your property when a slave is your property, you ain't about to just slaughter all the slaves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You still need them to work, right?
Yeah.
It's money.
Yeah.
It's your property. It's like having cattle. You ain't just about to kill all the cows and the oxen and all the pigs. They're working, right? But in Jim Crow era, when they didn't have no when they didn't have us in chains no more, they was just picking us off every chance they get for nothing, for whistling, for walking, for coughing. You know what I'm saying? Roast some marshmallows at your feet, right? While the kids is playing around, running around the fire. These people are sick, man.
There was a law, and I did a lesson on this too. Where is it at? They pretty much allow Edomites to, because they was deleting so many Jakes, you know, slaves, post-slavery, that they had to pass a law saying that, you know, they had like, you know, a reason behind it. Like, I gotta find it, man.
Yeah,
Cause
no, that sound crazy. That sound like something you saw. Man. That's
it gave them, it authorized them to delete enslaved people who resisted. 1723, the Assembly removed all penalties for the deletion of enslaved people during correction meaning that an enslaved person could be deleted for an offense as minor as picking bad tobacco. So they was passing laws that gave them the okay to delete, slaves if they didn't pick good product.
Right.
Well, it was another one similar to this, man. This man passed all different types of laws, unrighteous laws and decrees, man. That's that ongoing hate.
You didn't pass a law like that for the, that was another law you were telling me about for Reuben and Gad.
Yeah, that was the
Something action or something?
yeah, that was the I'm gonna get it real quick.
Yeah. But I'm sure that they had other laws as well for the natives, right?
It was the paper genocide, and that was from that devil Dr. Walter Peckler. So whereas if you wasn't white and you was a Latino or a Native American, you was considered Negro. You was considered colored. And I know a chick that she claims she calls herself black, but her grandfather is Puerto Rican. Came over, you know what I'm saying? And shit, more than likely had to fit into that category, man. Had to fill out that he was black.
Yep. That's why, even still to this day, the other tribes try to disassociate themselves so much from Judah and the rest of the Southern Kingdom, because that's what it came with. When they were forced to lump themselves in it came with just senseless deletions and inequality, I guess, for the lack of a better term. They knew that if they were lumped in with the so-called Negroes, West Indians and Haitian people, tribes, then they wouldn't get it wouldn't bode well for them. That's why, if I can say real quick, like in particular my family, like Lumbee, like that's why you have some tribes of Native Americans that are federally recognized as Blackfoot, Cherokee. They're federally recognized. That's why they have reservations. But then you have some tribes who are only state recognized, like Lumbee down here in North Carolina, down by the Lumbee, by the river. They're Lumbee tribe. They're not. The other higher tribes look down on them because why? Because they dealt so much. That's why you can have a brother like me, that's Gad, because what? They mixed in with Judah a while back. And so they did, and that's a tool that Esau Edom used. Like, hey, you disassociate yourself with them, you can get this. You can live on the rest. You can, quote unquote, have some of your land back.
House Negro.
Yeah, exactly. That divide and conquer.
I don't know when they started doing it, but it was rather recent. They started allowing Hispanic people to claim that they're Caucasian. And they've been on that wave ever since.
What's that? Proverbs 3. Envy not thou oppressor and choose none of his ways. It all has to do with population too, though. Esau wants to remain, the majority. He'll go in, the Latin tribes. I never. I tell you. But anyways, what we at?
Yeah, man. Ezekiel chapter 35 and verse.
Oh, brothers, why are you awake? Why are you awake? Inside joke about my family. You got it.
It reads on, verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Verse 6, therefore, as I live, saith the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee.
Yeah, blood's gonna chase these devils, man. Since you love it so much,
right?
That's why you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful what you putting, you all into what you loving the most, because the Lord will turn you over into it, man. All right. the Lord will turn you over into it, man. It will devour you. And seeing that these devils love blood, what was it? Andrew Jackson, all right, the Indian killer, all right, who wouldn't put his sword down for an hour, something to that effect. All right, these devils love blood, man. And the Lord's gonna have to where it's gonna chase them. There's gonna be nothing they can do about it. Payback is in the scriptures, man. Get Isaiah 63, I believe it is. Brother Gashah. Isaiah 63. What's that? If you can't find it, don't worry about it. You know, it's out there. You found it?
Yeah, it says in the Washington Post. Oh, because you know the Navajos, they did. I guess they did like a recognition for them. Andrew Jackson was called the Indian killer.
Yeah, this man is one of your presidents, right? I believe that's the man on the $20 bill.
Yeah.
Okay. He was known as the Indian killer, and he's one of the so-called founding fathers, right? A murderer is one of the founding fathers, man. Andrew Jackson, that devil. You don't think he's gonna pay? You don't think his family line's gonna pay? You better believe it, man. You got something?
No, it's a fact about him. It's funny because one of his living ancestors right now, he look like a black man.
Wow. But yeah, that, that's, because they all did that. They all had, our women.
Exactly.
At any time, anywhere. This man was butt breaking Jake in front of the slaves, man. This man was nasty, man. You see why Joe didn't want him around his dogs, man. Wow. What you pulling out?
The Indian Removal Act. Andrew Jackson did. I was trying to see if he was the one who did that. The Indian Removal Act was a law signed by President Andrew Jackson on May 28, 1830, which authorized the government to negotiate with Native American tribes to exchange their land within existing borders. Oh, okay, yeah, yep. So this shows you the deception of this devil. It reads, and their lands within existing state borders for land west of Mississippi River, essentially forcing them, right, to relocate from their ancestral homelands.
Yeah, when you force someone, you're doing it. In fact, I was going to get that word real fast. Force.
Can I read through this?
Yeah.
Yep. It reads, this policy is most notably associated with the forced removal of the Cherokee Nation, which is better known as the Trail of Tears, right? So we all heard that story. They got it in school. They don't get deeper into it. But what it was presented, this devil passed this law so that what he can legally remove Native Americans from where they have been for hundreds of years already. Right?
Yeah. And who gave this man authority? Right? Who gave this man authority? You come to our place and set up shop, and we gotta live by your laws. Now we know what how about shy, cursing and all things of that nature, right? But at the end of the day, this man got some nerve, man. This is a force. It says obtain or impose or physical power, right? So he used his physical power through what? His sword, the blessing that he has. Okay, that's one way that he moved this out through his force. That says he demanded, right? Demanded. All right, that we remove to the worst parts of the country and the parts of land that was no good. All right, and put us on there, and we still thrive because we're Israelites, man.
According to historical estimates, between 2,500 and 6,000 Native Americans died during the forced relocation known as the Trail of Tears.
So you might as well triple that.
When you have that broad of a
You might as well triple that.
2,500 to 6,000,
Yeah.
that ain't no close estimate. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right, it ain't. It's a bit more than that. 'Cause Esau's a liar.
Exactly.
Esau's a liar, man.
Tens of thousands.
Yeah. I mean, and think about right now. It's cold right now.
Mm-hmm.
And you walking with babies, pregnant women, older people.
Yep.
It don't take me, I mean, think about it. It don't take much. For Jake, you walking too? You walking? Imagine the fights, the skirmishes that happened when Jake was arguing with each other. Jake deleting each other on those Trail of Tears, man. Jake just wasn't just dropping by themselves. A lot of them were. But there's also fights and skirmishes, man. You gotta believe that. You know?
It said thousands of them died by disease in detention camps before the journey west began. So before they even started walking, the thousands of them, they were putting them in camps.
Yep.
Detention camps. And look, and look, that's why we look back on these things, right?
Yep.
Right? Because what, it's never gonna be the same thing again.
That's right. So let's get back into the scriptures.
So I was at verse 6. We had finished it, but I mean, there's more on that. But even blood shall pursue you. That's why I finished.
Yeah.
You want to keep going down? Verse 8.
What is it? What does Spirit say?
I mean, verse 7. It says, "Thus I will make Mount Seir most desolate."
No. Yeah. Give me Isaiah 63.
Yep.
Verse 1.
Oh, you got it? Yeah. Bring it out.
You got it. All right.
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 63 and verse 1, and it reads, "Who is that? Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra?"
Right. So the scripture saying, who is this coming from Edom with a dyed garment? All right. It's talking about Lord Yahushua. So keep reading.
That is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save.
Yeah, the Lord's gonna save us, man. You know, our big brother Yahushua is coming back.
Just to that point, who's that coming with the garments from Basra? And like you said, talking about the Edomites, also proving that that these people will be empowered when the Lord returns, man.
That's right. Beautiful
Right?
point.
So so the so-called white man is not Japhet,
Right.
right? And it aligns with prophecy because this white man is ruling, and we know that we're in these end times, man.
Yep.
Right?
That's it.
And like El Yasharamba said, that if the so-called white man isn't Esau, Edom, that means we got to wait for this
Right.
kingdom to go down, for the true Edomites to rise up in power and get into power, and then have their rulership again, and then the Lord return to come back. But no, that's not the case. That's not what prophecy
no.
speaks. Yeah, Lord willing not.
Right. Lord willing, man.
Lord willing.
Yeah.
You know. That-
Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat?
Yep. Because when you tread in the wine, those grapes, they stain your garment. All right. Go ahead.
I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in mine anger, and trample them in my fury.
Yeah, because the Lord said, look, wait ye upon me until I rise up to the prey. This is the Lord's fight, man. You know? Go ahead.
And their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment.
Yeah, which is just, a symbolism of how much death and deletion is going to be happening, man, when the Lord returns.
Lord not even gonna lift a finger when he returns.
Yeah, exactly.
They ain't gonna touch him.
Out of his mouth, the sparks. Okay? Go ahead.
For the day of vengeance is in mine heart, and the year of my redeemed is come.
So the day of vengeance is the Lord's mind. All right? And that's what we're telling you as well. The vengeance of the Lord is getting ready to visit this earth, man, in a way that has never been seen. And that's why, Tawadi Yahweh Shema Shai for this truth, man. I did a lesson. So as soon as that Jake left from Jermaine, what was it? Jermaine Dozier. You know, that's why you gotta be thankful, man, because you could be in the mindset of Jermaine Dozier, looking all bugged the hell out. Said the man had on sandals outside.
Sandals on. You got sandals on.
It was
with
cold,
a damn
yeah.
sweater on.
Right.
Is you cold or is you hot?
Yeah, you know it was cold.
Yeah.
Nigga, sweet sweat, feet sweat. Yeah, bugged out, man. We got it.
And I looked, and there was none to help.
Mm-hmm.
And I wondered that there was none to uphold. Therefore mine own arm brought salvation unto me, and my fury it upheld me. And I will tread down the people in my anger, and make them drunk in my fury.
Yep.
And I will bring down their strength to the earth.
Now give me Isaiah 14.
It's Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1.
Yep.
For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob
Mm-hmm.
and will yet choose Israel.
Yeah, so the chosen is still Israel. It hasn't changed. All right. You know, you keep talking about the mixed multitude.
Right.
Or he that mixed multitudes, the Jakes that were scattered.
That's right.
Plain and simple. They repent and turn back.
That's right.
Okay?
It reads on, verse 1. And, for the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel
Mm-hmm.
and set them in their own land.
Yep.
And the strangers shall be joined with them.
Yeah. You know, the Lord's going to set us in our land. We're not going to need to go back, you know, by plane or through a Balfour. Yeah. You know, the 48ers.
Yep. The British,
Yeah.
right? Because that's who signed off on that.
Yeah. Yep.
Use it for like recreation.
And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave unto the house of Jacob.
Yeah, the Israelite foreigners are going to cleave unto the house of Jacob, man. They're going to get this word. They're going to repent. And that's what it's about in these latter days. That's why, you know, other camps get kind of, you know, I don't know. Nah, man, you're going to have Jakes looking like, can they say that? Oh, GMS got white boys in the camp. So-called white boys, but they're Israelites, man. Okay? You got it out.
It reads on, verse 2. Yep, verse 2. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place.
Mm-hmm.
And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids.
Yeah, in the land of the Lord, all right, for servants and handmaids. Now, what is a servant? Someone who serves. So is a handmaid, all right? So our women are going to have slaves, man. Okay? They're going to have servants. And you better not drop the egg this time. You know, back in the day when Jake dropped the egg, they got a beating, man. All right? And we're going to possess them. We're going to own them, just like they own us now. Through these different contracts, these paperworks, they own us, man. Baruch 3 and 8, we are yet this day in our captivity. But guess what? Things going to be turned back around, man. And that's going to be a beautiful thing. Go ahead.
It reads on, verse 2 from top. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place.
Yep.
And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord.
Yep.
For servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were.
Yeah, they're going to take them captives whose captives they were. Right? We're captives, man. You know, I always bring it out. You know, back in the days, you know, it was like, yo, where your papers, boy? If you free to go and do as you please, why do you have an ID? Why do you have a birth certificate? Social Security number, these things, why do you have these things? Because you are property. You are not free. Okay? Passports, things of that nature. Read that part again.
It reads on, from that point. It says, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were.
Yep.
and they shall rule over their
And we're
oppressors.
going to rule over them, man. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. That's plain and simple. All right? And that's what's getting ready to happen. That's why you see us out here. Another reason why we out here on the highways and byways, man. To tell, this man to his face what the Lord's getting ready to do to him and his people
Right.
for what he has done to the children of Israel. See, you thought the Lord forgot. The Lord has not forgot, man. Remember in the scripture, the Lord is long suffering. But remember, matter of fact, I'll get it real quick. The Lord said he shall not at all acquit the wicked. This is Nahum 1 and 3. The Lord is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. They're not going to get off. They're not going to get away, man. It says the Lord have his way in the whirlwind and in the storm, and the clouds are the dust of his feet. All right, so the point of that precept is that they're not going to get away from what they have done. And we're reading them their sentence. Right, when you go, you're found guilty. 'Cause this man's guilty on many charges, man. All right, and he knows this. That's why he's on the run. Why you think they got bunkers set up? Right? They said, hide us from that man. Get Amos 9 real quick, Barbecue Chef. Hold on, get Amos 9. Whoever get it first. Nah, Amos 9. Start at the top, I believe.
Yeah. This is Amos, the book of Amos,
Yeah, start at the top. I believe it is.
chapter 9, and it reads, I saw the Lord standing upon the altar, and he said, smite the lintel of the door.
Nah, you don't got it.
Huh? No, that's the end of, that's Amos 9, right? That's just the beginning of the
Oh, okay. Amos 9 and
Amos 7, right?
yeah, start 2.
So, okay, yeah. This Obadiah, sorry.
Yeah.
This Amos 1 and 2. Though they did,
9 and 2.
oh, 9 and 2. Sorry. 9 and 2. Amos 9 and 2. Though they dig into hell,
Right.
thence shall mine hand take them.
Which is the earth, they take them to the grave. All right. Then the hand of the Lord is going to take them. Okay. Because they're hiding, man. They're hiding from the wrath and judgment of the Lord. But guess what? They ain't going to get away. Cold as hell. Man. You just got all that choosing.
She got to show them. She said, ain't that cold?
Right. Wars, man. And then they get mad when you...
You say so.
Yeah. It's a demon.
You pissed off. It's a nice rap.
Yeah.
She be mad as hell.
Right. Yeah, man. You got it out.
It reads on verse 2. Though they climb up to heaven, thence I will bring them down.
Yeah. Once they come up to heaven, the Lord's going to bring them down. They've done that. All right.
Space stations.
Yeah. Look at that. They draw them down.
Right.
It's never a cop when you need them, man. And we're going to close out on that. Lord willing, kept us edifying. Give all praises, honor, and glory. Was that it?
Yeah, absolutely.
To the Heavenly Father's only begotten Son.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
Up on our ourselves, great millstone. Shalom.
Shalom.
That's it. What, bro? You trying to tell, bro? You so shut up, man.